Cross your hair, cross your arms, cross your legs. Do your best. So far, so good. Just get right into it. What do you say we get right into it? Lots to test, lots to figure out, lots to talk about, lots of people to thank, lots to recognize, lots to laugh at, right? So that's probably something that we should be doing more of these days, is just taking some time to laugh and to free your mind of the craziness that is just everyday news, everyday politics, not only in the United States, but also abroad. So first off, can you hear me? Can you see me? Sound is a little hollow. Let me see here. I don't know what that means. Settings. Hold on. Audio. Yep, you're 100% right. It is. Just
I got it. I think I changed it. Thank you. Bye. I love you. All right. How are we doing now? A little better? Sounds better? See, I'm telling you, we're going to work out the kinks together here. We're going to work out the kinks together. If that's all we got going on, if that's the only problem that we have today, I'm saying we're doing all right. All right? We're doing all right. So, right off the bat, I want to first and foremost say happy birthday to my beautiful and talented and just amazing girlfriend, Mel. Birthday is tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo. But obviously, I don't have a show, so I wanted to get that out there first and foremost. So thank you for not only everything you do for me, everything you do for Logan, everything you do for your family. Thank you for everything you do for the show. So, yeah, thank you very much. And Christ, I'm not good at these, huh? But, yeah, happy birthday, Mel. We appreciate you. I love you. Yeah, thank you. Everybody's texting me, change my mic. Your birthday is next Wednesday. Well, happy early birthday, Laurie. How you doing? Hey, Soulcraft, let's bring in the chat. Why don't we do that? Why don't we bring in the chat? Yeah, check this out. This way you can see what I'm talking about here. Let's see if this works. This will be the first. All right. I figured. I was trying to test if there was audio on that, but this is the new setup. I just want to show everybody, you won't be able to hear me, but here you can take another look at it. So the one on the left is a 32-inch curved monitor, which is fantastic. The one I am looking at here is the actual computer, which is, I believe, a 24-inch screen. It's a touch screen, which you can be sure that I'm not going to be messing with. So we're going to stick with the mouse. And then, obviously, to my right, just another Fire TV, so I could see if everything's going right. with the with the yeah, I know, Victor, on the other one. For some reason, I don't know why. I'll have to figure that out, why the second camera doesn't have any sound, but I just wanted to show you. Thank you so much to Jen and Eric for not only I just thank for not only being kind enough to get all this stuff for me, right? So thanks to you guys that I am able to now have this. So not only that, not only thank you for getting it, but thank you for being kind enough to come and set it up, because I was too stupid to do so. Right. So if it wasn't for people like Jen and Eric and people like Carl and Adam, who were nice enough to get the to send me there first, I think it was a laptop that they had used before. That's what I had been using up until now to get the show done. So literally, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing the show. So like I said at the beginning of this whole process, you guys can and will watch the show grow, hopefully, not only in scope and reach, but also in the tech side of it, and the ability to put on a good production for you guys. So you guys are actually seeing it. So yeah, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, there's let's get the Zoom dates up too, just so you guys, so I don't forget that, and then I'll get into the chat and thank everybody in the chat. Zoom dates for everybody that is a Patreon member. You can check out the Patreon at patreon.com/BostonBrian. Anybody that signs up before these dates can obviously take part in the Zooms. The monthly Zoom is going to be May 9th. And yes, that is Russia's huge celebration day. So I figured we'd do something to mess that up. That would be for basically the Gen Pop. And then on May 16th, we'll do the VIP Zoom. So anybody that signed up at the VIP level, you'll be able to join that one. So just wanted to make sure I get that one out there before Tiff starts yelling at me. Right. I appreciate it. Again, lots to talk about today. Let's get into the chat first and make sure everybody feels like they're noticed and appreciated. What's up, Josh? Hey, Lokita, how are you? What's up, Sam? Hey, Mark. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate your services. Thank you for being here. Tell Elizabeth I said hello, please. Marsha, how you doing? Flipper, how you doing? Vicky, how you doing? Susie, what's going on? Tom, my man, how are you? To you and Victoria, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Tom and Victoria have, again, because of you guys, been kind enough to, share in our passion of golf. And he's been nice enough to send me head covers, irons, ball markers, just the most incredible stuff. And again, I could not thank or even come close to being appreciative enough as I should be. But I hope I can convey just a little bit of the appreciation that I have for all of you guys. Jen, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Happy birthday again to Mel. Let's go. Yeah, so let's go. Hey, Wes, how are you, buddy? How's everything? Linda, what's going on? Edward, what's going on? Rob, what's going on? How are you? Mark Kremer, what's going on? Appreciate you being here, buddy. Thank you for your services. Appreciate you keeping that chat safe for everybody. What's up, BT? How are you? Lynn? All right, let's go. Laurie, appreciate you guys. All right, lots to talk about. So this will be our first test. Let me see if I can share this screen without anything happening, I guess. Let's see. I'm going to go this. I want you guys to be able to hear me, so I'm going to click that button. I'm going to click this one and avert your eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, you may want to avert your eyes right off the bat. I don't have a nut warning, but I don't think that's the problem in this one, so to speak. I think you'll see other problems in this first thing that we talk about. So yeah, let me bring this in for you guys. Holy sugar pie honey bunch. I mean, talk about a slap in the face. Talk about a slap in the face. I mean, the guy, J.D. Vance, just killed the Pope, for Christ's sakes, and now Donald Trump's mocking him right afterwards. I mean, what is this, the 1-2 punch from the fucking Trump 47 administration? The VP kills the guy while the fucking president mocks him in the back end. I mean, how disgusting is this? Are you shitting me with this? I like Morgan J. Freeman's post on this where he says, the USA is a fucking joke. A joke that will get millions killed if we don't course correct now. This post is a massive insult to Catholics, Pope Francis's family, friends, and devotees, and to the present conclave. Only thing potentially accurate is that Trump is a sexual molester, but we can set that the Vatican issue aside out of respect for those who aren't. Is this who you want running your country? A piece of shit who puts golf before people and wastes time posting stuff like this just to offend and terrorize people. Another 9/11 will hit because this jackass can't keep his eyes on the ball and he doesn't know what or where the ball is. I thought that was very apt. But this picture here that we're fucking is just brutally disgusting and offensive in so many different ways. If you're a Catholic and you follow Donald Trump, if you're a Catholic riding down the street with a Trump bumper sticker on your name, on the way to church, I'd really like you to be able to explain this, right? And again, this wasn't even let's see here if I can pull this up. This wasn't even, that picture was just one part of it. I think it was part of like a whole video. Let's see here. Yeah, this bullshit. Shut up. I'm not going to play the song because that's ridiculous. But this was what it was part of. This whole AI with now De Niro at his. I mean, how Elon Musk? I don't know who the other crackerjacks were. I mean, what are we doing here, folks? What are we doing here, folks? And that was put out by. Thank you, Mel. Oh. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it. She does so much for the show. Anything you see as far as graphics or, overlays or anything like that, is all because of Mel. And again, I wouldn't be here because of so many people that put this show together. Most of which is Mel. So thank you so much, Mel. Appreciate it. Slacks. What's up, brother? What are you doing? Slavu Kraini left to Brian Mel and Duggery Doug. Logan left love and greetings to all my beautiful fellow Bryantologists. Let's fucking go. Appreciate you, Slacks. Appreciate you being here, brother. But yeah, there was a response. I believe I had it right after the first one. Let me see here. They did put out a response. Did I already scroll by it? Yeah, let me just do Trump Pope Vatican response. See if that pulls it up. I did see the response. Let's see. New bishop slams Trump for posting an image of himself as the Pope. This is deeply offensive to the Catholics, especially during this sacred time that we are still mourning the death of Pope Francis. Retweet if you agree. I believe there was also a statement. Yeah, I believe this was it right here. This was from the Catholic conference. There is nothing clever or funny about this image, Mr. President. We just buried our beloved Pope Francis, and the cardinals are about to enter a solemn conclave to elect a new successor of St. Peter. Do not mock us. Do not mock us, which is literally the only thing that Donald Trump does as far as speaking about religion, Christians, Catholics, you name it. He couldn't tell you the difference. We all remember that clip of the interviewers asking him, "Oh, just give us your favorite passage. What's your favorite chapter? Give me a verse, right? Just give me something. Give me anything. Oh, do you like the New Testament or the Old Testament? I like them both." He couldn't give anything. Nothing. Not a single friggin' thing from that book could he tell you, right? And, we all remember him holding the Bible upside down. I mean, not going to church ever. The only time he's in church is when, some high-profile dignitary dies, and he just happens to be head of state or happens to know the guy, and he goes to the funeral, right? Or what is it? The prayer breakfast every now and again. That stupid shit. So I just figured we'd start off a little bit of that before we dove into. We're going to take a look at. I don't know if we'll have time, but I wanted to go back and take a look at. And I know I said we'll take a look at the rest of the Trump interview that he did last week, but he did an interview with Kristen Welker that just came out this morning. So I think we'll take a look at that. Sorry, I get so excited with like thank yous and birthdays. I totally forget to tell you guys at the beginning of the show, not only what the name of the show is, because I didn't say that either, as far as I can remember, because it's Blunt Politics and I'm Boston Brian. So I appreciate you. Please hit the like button, but also what we're going to be talking about. So hopefully you guys can see this. We got that. We'll be taking a little couple clips of, Elon sat down with Lara Trump, right? The major delays at Newark we'll be taking a look at. I wanted to dive into the definition of fascism because we hear the term being thrown around all the time now, rightly so. But you want to be able to defend your stance on it. You want to be able to say, okay, this is why I'm calling him a fascist, right? This is why these words have meanings and the definitional uses of these words are important. And I also believe that, in my opinion, that the fascism that Trump and his administration exhibits is more akin to the Italian fascism than Hitler per se. But obviously there are overlays. Obviously there are similarities between the two even still. But, I would make the argument that, it's easier to see a Trump Benito Mussolini connection, not only with bravado and the way he stands and carries himself and how he's never wrong, but also in his willingness to flip flop on ideas. And obviously Benito Mussolini being, the founder of fascism. Everybody likes to think fascism is directly connected to just the Nazis or just Germany in particular during World War II. But that style was adopted from Mussolini, his ideas, the black shirts, and what happened in Italy. So I think it's at least valuable for us to take a look at the definitions and at least the ideology and the etymology of what we're talking about when we say he's a fascism, that type of stuff. Alex Jones turns on Alex Jones turns on Trump. When you've lost Alex Jones, things have gotten really bad, right? Things have really gotten bad. This was last week's interview. I believe we're at the 15-minute mark. If we get to that, like I said, Elon Musk sat down with Lara Trump. Putin says he has enough strength to finish the Ukraine operation. And he hopes, right? He hopes that he won't have to use nuclear force, right? So, and then Trump says, to round it out, Trump says he's unsure whether people in the United States are entitled to due process. Always something good you want to hear from the president of the United States. Not that we thought otherwise, right? But yeah, let's get into it. Let's get rid of this one because I can't stand to look at him. Now, just for time wise, I have the full Elon Musk Lara Trump interview, or we could take a look at only a few clips that Asen posted from this interview. Would you guys rather just do like the short clips, or would you rather get into the full interview when we get it? Anyways, let's take a look at the when we get to it. I'm just kind of curious when we get to it. If you want it, yeah, she is pretty cringe. She is pretty cringe. Brian, read my joke. Where's your joke? Did I miss a joke? A good one? Shit. I'm sorry. I can't scroll up at this point. All right, so let's talk about the major delays at Newark and how this just is a continuing situation of Trump's direct gutting of some of these federal agencies. We now have word from people that actually worked at the Newark airport, and not only that, but inside the tower, saying, listen, don't get on a plane at Newark. It is not safe to fly out of Newark. I mean, that's some remarkable shit. When you have somebody in the tower telling you, listen, do not get the frig on a plane right now. We don't have enough people to make sure it's safe. We don't have enough of people up here to make sure that you land safe or take off safely, or even taxi safely, right? I mean, when you're carrying that much jet fuel, what's up, Peter? And you're absolutely right. It is scary. But when you're carrying that much jet fuel, right, and you're dealing with jet engines, even the taxiing can be ridiculously dangerous, right? So it's remarkable that we now have people in the towers coming out, and I'm not sure if that is in this story, but let's just take a look at this clip here. I think this is about another Another near miss. Let me get into this one.
All extensive flight delays and cancellations or
timeout. I gotta switch the audio for me. Give me a second here. Make sure this works for me. Make this bigger for you. Oh, that's not what I did. How do you make it bigger? Oh, there you go. All right, let's see here. There we go. How's the audio for you guys? Is the audio all right? I'm still getting used to like where the hell I'm looking. Is the audio on the video okay? Let me see if I can turn it up just for me. Can you guys hear that video? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. No audio, Laurie says. All good, Locata says, though. Audio fine, Vernon says. Locata, no. I heard Toyota, too. I can only hear you. Well, I said share audio. Oops, sorry, Peter. Didn't mean to hang you up on there. I think my autocorrect, no audio on video, says Mel. Okay. So let's just do this. I'm gonna go back to me, and we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. I did hit share audio. I know for a fact I did, but that's not a big deal. So we'll do this, and I'll just do the singular screen so that you guys can. Oh, Jesus Christ. I wonder why you guys can't hear that. To share audio, share tab or screen instead. And I'm going to, oh, that's why. It has to be a Chrome tab. That could be the issue. All right. Give me a second. Like I said, we're going to be working out the kinks. I think it's because I'm on Microsoft something on here, and then I'm on Chrome on this one, so it's not picking up the audio from that. So let me just switch over to the other browser. I will copy this one. Scheiße. I'm going to open another Chrome. Give me a second. I shall do this in a jiffy. I do... Which one now? I always forget. This one? Okay, where'd it go? All right, so Chrome tab. Still not there, though. All right. All righty. So that means I'll just close out this altogether and do this. Not that difficult. Paste. Go. Yes, that's what I want. Bring that over here. We're learning, folks. We're getting there, people. All right, so it should work now. Sorry for the delay. Now, I'm gonna throw that up on screen, and again, play it for a couple seconds. Let me know if you can hear it. This should be at least. Let me do the sound. No, what? Diddy's criminal trial begins May 7th. What? So what? What is it? The fucking Super Bowl? All right.
So Maya, welcome. How is the situation looking?
Can you hear that now? Let me know if you can hear that now. That way I'm not playing a video that you guys cannot hear. I can hear both now. I can hear it now. Grumpy Cat says, yes. Atrocious says, hi, Atrocious, by the way. Hi, everybody on Twitch. Hi, everybody on Facebook, Instagram. Appreciate you guys. Hear it fine? All right, let's roll. Thank you, guys. Audio okay on YouTube. We can hear it now. Perfect. All right, appreciate you guys. Thank you. Let's get into this. I'll start it from the beginning. It's a short video. It's only a couple minutes long.
While extensive flight delays and cancellations are plaguing Newark Airport for a third day today, this due to staffing issues. NBC's Maya Eaglin is there now for us with the very latest on the disruptions. So Maya, welcome. How is the situation looking today? And what are you hearing from travelers about all this?
Hey, Alex, the situation today is a little bit better than it's been all week. We've seen hundreds of cancellations and delays, some delays up to 12 hours from folks coming in and out of this airport here in Newark, New Jersey. Here's the totals where they stand today. 70 cancellations.
70 cancellations. 211 delays for Newark Airport. And I guess, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not busy, but it's not exactly the biggest airport in the world, right? That's remarkable for for just Newark Airport because of just FAA issues. Led directly, you can be tied directly to the Trump administration and Sean fucking Doofy in his bullshit and how he just picks people off of either Fox News or the real world. Anybody he sees on TV, he's going to put in a position of power because he's seen them before, I guess. Because Sean Doofy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Trump doesn't know what the hell he's doing as far as the FAA is concerned. And we've seen nothing but accidents, death, destruction, chaos ever since they took over. And this is just more of it.
So far, 211 delays in and out of Newark. The average delay for inbound flights landing here at Newark is about 3.5 hours. So a lot of the issues they're having are actually with flights coming in to Newark. Three main reasons for this delay. The first is that there have been several equipment issues and technical failures throughout the week here at Newark. We also have some construction.
So technical fail. What did she say? Did she say technical failures and what was it?
And technical failures. This delay are actually with flights coming in to Newark. Three main reasons for this delay. The first is that there have been several equipment issues and technical failures.
So equipment issues and technical failures, which is probably from, I would assume, these companies, as far as United, whoever owns the conglomerate of the airlines, laying off people or being on such a skeleton staff because they want to maximize profit, that they don't have enough people to either fix these aircrafts and get them back into the air in enough time, or they're just not doing the maintenance to save money, and now they're all breaking down at the same time because they're probably all roughly the same age. I wonder if this has to do with all airlines or specific airlines in general, but again, not something you want to see in any airport or as far as flying is concerned.
Throughout the week here at Newark. We also have some construction happening on one of the runways here, and it's being closed until mid-June, so they're not able to operate at full capacity. And then we have the low staffing, which is a problem nationwide, but particularly here at Newark and in Philadelphia, where a lot of this traffic is filtered through. They are experiencing a 20% loss in staff, according to
20% loss in staff. Like, imagine running your business if you got a business in the chat, or if you don't have a business, just pretend you have a business, right? And then one day you got, you're working with a full staff, 100% of your staff's there. And then somebody comes in and just slashes 20% of your company, right? 20% of your workforce is gone overnight or in a relatively short period of time. What do you think happens to your company? Do you think it just runs smoothly? Do you think, people just, okay, yep, I'll pick up the slack. I'll work triple time, 100 times. Don't worry. I'll work 1,000 hours this week to make up for the 75 people we lost. Or, what do you think is going to happen? Yes, I am, Chris. I absolutely am. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because I haven't seen any of it. I haven't even seen a clip of it. So we'll react to it together, me and you guys, and we'll see what nonsense we get into up. And then I'm sure that's going to take up quite a bit of time. So I'll try to get into that right after this. I think we only have a couple more stories that I wanted to look at. So let's just finish this out. But yeah, think about cutting 20% of your workforce. Think about cutting, 20% of the most important people too. Like the people that make sure you land safely, make sure that planes in the air don't collide. These people, those are the people that we're talking about. Not only that, but the people that maintain the aircraft that you fly on. I think we all can put our hand up and say, yes, I would like all the maintenance in the world done on these aircrafts to make sure that they're at the safest, to make sure that they're 100% when they go up in the air, so that there are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We don't want doors flying off. We don't want fucking engines blowing up, right? None of that. We just spend the money, keep them up in tip-top shape, and have the people there in the fucking tower to make sure that we can land and take off safely and that planes don't collide in the air. I don't see it being that hard, but I know this is just like, a normal podcast for everyday people by an everyday guy. But does it seem that difficult to you guys? Just put the staff in the areas that are important. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too simply.
United Airlines CEO. We actually have a statement that Scott Kirby, United CEO, sent out yesterday to customers saying in part, quote, "We are unilaterally canceling 35 round-trip flights per day from our Newark schedule starting this weekend. He goes,
That's wild. 35 round-trip flights per day. Per day from Newark. How many were there? A couple hundred, maybe? I mean, that's fucking huge. I would assume, right? I mean, it sounds like a shitload of flights. 35 per day. That's a lot of fucking passengers. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. I can tell you that much. I mean, think about how much you pay for your your tickets when you fly, right? Now times that by all the people on all the planes on all 35 round trip flights per day. And so what is that? That's huge. Got to be huge.
Goes on to say, we have no other choice in order to protect our customers. So again, Alex, major delays here, and it's led to some consequences. They're going to have to change their schedule. I spoke to a mother and son who just landed here from London, and they experienced some delays themselves. Take a listen.
I got an alert on Thursday that was asking me if I wanted to change my flight. Like they were actually sending alerts saying that if I wanted to change my flight because of congestion. But I was like, I can't change my flight. I need to get there. So I was a bit panicked this morning getting into the airport because we left at like 9:30 London time. So I was a bit worried about that. But now this makes more sense now that you've said that, because we were like looking at the news going, there's nothing going on. Why would that impact our travel? But we did get like, hey, we'll give you a voucher if you could just alternate your flight. We live in London. Family is important to us. It's not cheap tickets. And so every minute counts for us.
Again, Alex, 70 cancellations so far here at Newark, and those numbers might increase. We'll be keeping an eye on all of it.
Just crazy stuff. I mean, just another huge example, another blatant example of Trump sticking his dirty, grubby fucking little girl liking little fingers into the fucking pie and messing up what was a seemingly smooth running operation, or at least was running a lot more smoothly than it is now, again by putting Sean Doofy in there and his cuts that he's making. It's just the whole thing. He's directly led to every single bit of this can be drawn directly back to Donald Trump, his dealings, his doings. It's unbelievable the impact that this guy, in the reckless nature in which him, Elon, his cabinet are just axing their way through this government. In what was, again, what we consider just norms of everyday society that we kind of took for granted. Now we are seeing the impacts and just how important those little areas that, when you think about it, aren't so little. We don't probably spend a lot of time thinking about the guys in the flight tower, right? But when you buckle down, when you get down to it, it's like shit. I want the best of the best, and I want damn sure enough people in that fucking tower to make sure that everybody's safe, right? I think that's something that right or left, Republican or Democrat, we can agree upon, right? At least that, can we agree upon that? We don't want to be crashing in planes. We don't want planes blowing up on the runway. We don't want to be colliding in midair with other planes. Can we at least agree on that before we move on? So, yeah. Now let me see what else, because I have to go back to the other browser now. What was the next thing that I wanted to check out was, what time is it? 1:30. Damn, time goes so fast. All right, let's I mean, I really wanted to do this. I'll pull this up for just a second here, if I can. Actually, no, that's all right. That's all right. We'll do that after. Let me copy this, paste this into this one, and we'll get this one going for you. Because this is a hoot. This is a hoot. All right, let me see if I can share this tab instead. I'm gonna make that bigger on the screen. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that away. And yes, I am talking to myself, people. But that's how you do it when you do this. All right. So here we go. Let me put this on the screen. This is Alex Jones, ladies and gentlemen, with the world's, the world's weakest, most pathetic Nazi, I guess, in Nick Fuentes, calling out Trump. Even these monstrous people, these maniacal, out of touch, just insane people are on the right side of at least not deporting citizens of this country idea. So I just wanted to hear these assholes call out another asshole, because it's always fun to see people flip, right? It's always fun to see the cracks forming, right? Because the cracks are forming. There's, there's a story that Marjorie Taylor Greene's not too happy because her constituents are starting to bitch her out, right? Her constituents are starting to fucking get to her. You can tell, because she's had a couple things. I'll see if I can pull that up after this. But let's get into these douche knuckles.
I think Trump on that front is doing a great job.
I disagree. I think that he's trying to. Maybe he's trying to. But when you look at the numbers as they are, they're not deporting a lot of people.
500 a day.
True. Facts. He's a douchebag. He's a Nazi. He's disgusting in every right. But he's correct on that one.
Okay.
Which is not a lot. I mean, by the end of 4 years, that's going to be 800, 900,000, which is fewer than Obama's first term. That's fewer than Trump's first term. We were thinking like 1 million per year.
But you understand. Respond to that, though.
It's kind of like, is that kind of like the promise of ending, Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine in 24 hours? Or what was the other one? When Musk came in and said he was going to find $2 trillion in waste, fraud, and abuse that somehow magically whittled its way down to a measly 150 billion dollars, and even that's not fucking real.
He doesn't have a magic wand. They dismantled the system in the last 4 years.
Yeah, I think they could ramp it up more. I don't think they're trying to get everybody out.
And again, I don't want you to think that these people are coming at this from the side like our side, right? So what they're mad about is he's not deporting more. They're mad that they're not deporting more, but they'll soon get into what they think about at least the unconstitutional nature of deporting citizens of this country or people that are here legally.
I don't think they're even trying.
But what about a 96% reduction in border crossing, though?
That's great. And I think that's miraculous. I mean, it's astonishing how he's brought it down from 200,000 a month to 11,000 a month. It's unbelievable. At the same
It is pretty much unbelievable.
time, it's too little too late. 10 million.
Good point.
Keep going.
Pushing too much opium. Where are you on the trade war overall with 5?
Don't care.
Now it's just the hardened criminals. Well, that's who they're getting first, and the smugglers.
Yeah,
First was tax, and I'm like, that's entirely right. They're not really going to deport everybody. First it was big deportations. Now it's just the hardened criminals. Well, that's who they're getting first, and the smugglers. And then we know they gave them on that.
But they're not. We know that they're not. We know that they're struggling so hard to find actual illegal immigrants, people that are actual illegal immigrants here committing crimes all over the place, that they're deporting people that were said something bad about Israel 10 years ago in Ozturk. What was the other one? The gay hairdresser there, Abrego Garcia. I mean, why are they deporting people that are either here legally? Why are they so many citizens now have come out with stories about being in custody for several hours or 5 or 10 days because they didn't have the proper identification on them at the time ICE encountered them. Why are all those stories happening? If all of these fucking illegal aliens are everywhere, they're all over the place, right? There's millions and millions and millions, and fucking 25,000 million, 20 trillion came in under Biden. I mean, you can't go out and get fucking milk without running into fucking 27,000 of them, right? Why are they sending out planes with 18 people? Why are they deporting people that are here under asylum, that are seeking asylum, that are here legally, that are going through the process legally, or American citizen? I mean, it's fucking. You can't have both. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
Average 7-year immigration hearings, they gave them new identities. The Democrats did. They got 10+ million conservatively people that are hiding. And so
they're really good fucking hide and seek players. That's what they do. They're professional hide and seekers.
I see with these judges hiding gang members and illegals and criminals and all this stuff.
Judges hiding illegals and criminals and all that stuff. Now, where did that happen? Can you pull up the story? Don't you usually have a shitload of papers on your desk there? Oh, look, I got the story right here, folks. Holy shit. Look at this. The frogs are fucking eating the judges. Oh, the frog. Do I have a... Hold on. Let me see.
Ladies and gentlemen, the frogs are eating the judges are eating the illegal frogs. When the frogs are adjudicating these cases, they're letting the illegal frogs in, and the regular frogs are dying because of it. We can no longer have these illegal frogs and the illegal judges having the illegal frogs in the illegal courtrooms. When the illegal courtrooms are in the illegal jungles, when you do that, and all the gay judges turn into really trans judges, and when the trans judges hide the gay frogs, then we're really in a pot of shit. That's what it is.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know if that worked.
In both cases, in New Mexico and now, and I'm told a lot more stuff's coming. Not what we just saw in Wisconsin. That I know the people on the inside that are like, no, it's a Herculean task because they destroyed the control system. Trump's trying to bring it back. They're trying to hire all the people. They've taken 70+% of the ATF. And
all right, what the fuck is this? I thought this was a clip of him. I don't give a shit about him going off on the rest of this.
Stake out the things with the blue cities when they release a criminal won't even tell them it's coming. They got to wait and run IDs. I mean, I think Trump on that front is doing a great job.
All right, so this is him kissing Trump's ass just before he calls him out, I guess.
I disagree. I think that he's trying to, maybe he's trying to, but when you look at the numbers as they are, they're not deporting a lot of people.
500 a day,
which is not a lot. I mean, by the end of 4 years, that's going to be 800, 900,000, which is fewer than Obama's first term. That's fewer than.
Did they play this over? Is this just a rerun of the same shit that I'm watching?
Base wants it, that they are just grabbing a lot of people that should be last on the list, if at all, because the bad people are hiding.
I don't think they are, because we know where to find them. If you wanted to get them out, you go to the workplaces, you go to the construction sites, you go to the farms. That's where they are. I mean, we know where they.
Right now, let's just think about that for a second. Let's rip them out of the workforce. Right. Again, we talk about cutting 20% of the the workers at Newark. That what's going to happen. You talk about cutting 20% of the any company overnight. What's going to happen? He's talking about literally going and just eviscerating the workforce that keeps this country going. What do you think would happen if you did that, Nicholas? You sick prick.
They are. Big agriculture, which donates to Republicans, pays them. We're working jobs. 10 million illegals came in 4 years.
Lies.
I don't think it's crazy to say.
Wait a minute. Donald Trump says 21 million, 25 million. Can you guys even get your own talking points straight?
We should deport 1 million a year.
Well, that's a good point. And then we would get Americans to do that. But they are raiding Home Depots and stuff. That is happening.
They're not raiding the job sites though.
They are raiding Home Depot, so they haven't gone to Lowe's yet. I don't know why they haven't gone to Lowe's. They're thinking about Bed Bath and Beyond. I don't know about they're going to the malls, but they're stuck at the food court. I think they went to a PF Chang's. They couldn't find anybody. Right after that, they had Cheesecake Factory, but Tom Homan got stuck in the cheesecake, and they had to abort the mission.
Trump said last week, he said, we need to slow it down, deporting people from job sites or people that work on farms or in hospitality. He said, and actually, we need to offer them self-deportation. We're going to ask them.
I love this self-deportation. Yeah. If we ask nicely, I'm sure these people that have lives and family and jobs and fucking bills and, and debt, I'm sure they'd willingly just pack their bags and fucking drive down to holy shit. Like, do people actually think that's a thing that'll work?
Them to leave, and then we want to get them back on a visa so they could stay.
All right, and I'm getting sick of this one.
I just wish they grab more. I wish terms are going to start. And if you make that a nightmare for Republicans, everybody thinks you got 4 years to ramp up. You really, media is going to show crime. And I think that's miraculous. I mean, it's astonishing. At the illegals men under the right. On net, you're really no better.
I don't know. I don't feel like sifting through this to find that stupid fucking clip. But you can tell they're, look, it says right here, the far-right conspiracy theorist says sending citizens to foreign jails is unconstitutional. Yeah, where? Does he say it in the clip? Assholes lying to me. I know they didn't lie. I'm just kidding. All right, let's see if we can get into this one. What was the next one here on the old agenda box? It was the Elon interview. Let's just get straight into because I always run out of time, and then we'll get into Putin and Russia and after that if we get the time to do it. All right, let me get into my email somewhere. Gmail. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out the new system as we go, new stuff, a new way to use it. Hopefully it will be a lot better once I get everything figured out. So if you could hit the like button, if you could share the show out, if you want to be just become a channel member, you can do that right below me. Just go the extra mile. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just do the free stuff. You can like, share, subscribe, send some emojis in the chat. Like I said, throw this on Blue Sky or Facebook or Twitter or wherever you are. Tell your friends to check it out on Twitch. Subscribe on Twitch if you can. I don't know. I think I still have to figure that one out. Yeah, let me see if I can do this. I don't want to add account. I want to switch it. How do you sign in? Manager. Okay, here we go. Sorry, new stuff. So now I have to keep doing the emails for everything to make sure they know it's me. Passwords. Talk amongst yourselves, folks. Talk amongst yourselves. I think I did that right. Sign in faster. Yes. Can't reach Google password. Cancel. Switch to existing Chrome. All right, we're in. We're in, people. We're in. I actually did a thing. All right, let's pull this up for you guys. Let me put that down. Wow, I can have so many more tabs open than I could with the laptop. That's wild. That is wild. Let me pull this over here so you guys can see it. Share this tab instead. Put myself on the screen. All right. So I'm going to pause it. Just in case people that don't know, this is Donald Trump. This came out, I believe, this morning. All I saw this morning, I didn't actually see the clips, but all I could see were short 1 to 2 minute clips of this. Thank you to Jen for sending me the link on this one, for emailing me the link. I really appreciate that. So let's check out. Again, I'm not a huge Kristen Welker fan at all. I think she's done a remarkably terrible job as far as calling out Donald Trump, as far as just doing her job as the free press, as an independent journalist. As a journalist, not independent, I apologize. Just that are supposed to get the truth out to the people. That's supposed to, call out shit, corruption. And again, what Donald Trump loves to say now, the waste, fraud, and abuse of the Trump administration. She should be calling that out firsthand, and I hope she does in this interview. Again, I haven't seen it. I don't know. So I hope she asked some tough questions, and I hope she didn't let him slime out of the fucking questions like he always does. So let's take a look. We're getting into it together, me and you. Let's react.
With President Trump as he marks 100 days in office.
When does it become the Trump economy?
It partially is right now. I think the good parts are the Trump economy and the bad parts are the Biden economy.
That is fucking awesome. That is awesome. All right. Now that he says that, let me see if I can pull this up for you guys. Just real quick. Just really, really quick. Was it on my, I think it was Blue Sky. Yeah, it was Blue Sky. Blue skies for you. Oh, come on. Sign in. That's me. Protect Windows. No thanks. Sorry, I'm getting... All right, let me go to let me see here. Because I had one for... I put side by side... Maybe I should just go to my profile. I put side by side Donald Trump's tweets, or whatever the frig you want to call them, profile, from a few months ago, taking credit for the economy, saying it was his economy, right? Now he's saying it's Joe Biden's economy when it's bad. Let me see if I can pull this. I forget where I posted it. Oh, here it is right here. Here it is right here. This is Trump's stock market. So this was, let me see. Did I get the date in there? I think I put it on the tweet. Yeah. Photo number 1, Trump on January 29th, 2024. Trump's stock market. This is Trump's stock market because my polls against Biden are so good that investors are projecting that I will win and that I will drive up the market. This is photo number 2 is Trump on April 30th, 2025. This is Biden's stock market, not Trump's. I didn't take over until January 20th. Tariffs will soon start kicking in. Companies are starting to move into the United States in record numbers. I mean, you can't write the shit. You really cannot fucking make this shit up. I mean, there's always a fucking tweet. There's always a tweet. All right, let's go.
On his handling of the economy and what his tariffs will mean for consumers.
I'm just saying they don't need to have $30. They can have 3. They don't need to have 250 pencils. They can have 5.
How his
Is he talking about schools? I really hope he's not talking about schools on that one.
immigration policy plans are clashing with the courts.
Don't you need to uphold the Constitution of the United States as
I
president?
don't know.
I'm sorry, what? What was that? You don't what?
Don't you need to uphold the Constitution of the United States as
I
president?
don't know.
I mean, it's a shady cut, right? I'll give that. It's a shady cut to give suspense to see what he says after that. So we'll have to wait and find out how he completes that sentence.
And his vision to expand U.S. territory.
Would you rule out military force to take Canada?
Well, I think we're not connected.
Look at that hair, guys. Where is it gone? Did he leave it on the fucking 17th green? Holy shit. I am looking at pure scalp right here. Is the lighting okay? Is it is it bright enough? Hold on, let me see. Can I do anything to make it brighter? Extensions. How do you do? I don't think I've ever done that. Turn out the brightness. Anyway, it kind of looks dark when I'm looking at it here, but maybe not because I'm looking at it here and it doesn't look bad. But yeah, that is pure scalp. We're looking at people right here. That's just that is pure unfiltered scalp covered by, I don't know. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. It's 12, 11, like 13 strands of hair. Holy shit.
Go fuck yourself. Ever get to that point? It could happen. Something could happen with Greenland. I'll be honest.
Plus, a behind-the-scenes look inside Mar-a-Lago and
Oh, fuck off. Fucking inside fucking Mar-a-Lago. The home that's not a home. The place he can't fucking live in. What are you talking about, Kristen?
how he wants to bring the feel of his private club to the White House.
Who gives a shit? With all the shit that's going on right now, you're talking about fucking Mar-a-Lago and its decor? Hey, Kristen.
Go fuck yourself. It'll be a world-class, beautiful ballroom.
Joining me for insight and analysis are NBC News Chief
Just
White House
shut the
Pearce
fuck up. It's not
President
the
Bears.
interview.
Running show and television.
Trump has from the power. I sat down with President Trump on Friday at his private club in Florida.
Oh, yep. He's got his fucking little toadies in tow. Okay, I'm the press secretary. I have the big book. I have the big book with nothing in it. It's a really heavy book I give you.
Mar-a-Lago for a wide-ranging interview. We started our conversation on one of the top issues.
Look at that fucking place. Jesus H. Christ. It looks like fucking Louis Vuitton and Louis the 13th had a kid. It fucking exploded and threw up and shit everywhere. Ugh.
On the minds of Americans.
I want to start on the economy.
I want to start with your scalp. Is it always that fucking visible? Can we start with that hair?
Sir, which obviously the biggest issue for voters. We got new numbers today, better than expected.
Look at him. You see him fucking Mr. Hunch? Look at his chin's almost touching his tits. Pick your head up, dude. I know your fucking hair ain't weighing it down anymore. Oh, his fucking neck nut's getting so heavy it's dragging his head down lower. He's gonna have to start. He's gonna have to start doing this pretty soon. He's just gonna fucking keep falling.
Job numbers.
Much better.
At the same time, the economy shrank in the first quarter. You've been arguing all week that this is President Biden's economy. Is this now your economy, sir?
Well, I think certain aspects of it are.
Certain aspect, yeah, the good aspects. Now, can you tell me what aspects are good?
Costs are, I was able to get
Cost you want to, I'm sorry, you want to take cost of, okay, costs up in US. Okay, let's see here. March 3rd. What's today's date? Here's just so much. Oh, that's the past 5 years. I don't do the 5 years. Prices for goods and services in the U.S. have been increasing. The rate of inflation has slowed from its peak in 22. The consumer price index for all urban consumers rose to 2.4% over the last 12 months, not seasonally adjusted. While inflation is down from 2022, prices remain higher than pre-pandemic levels, with some categories seeing larger increases than others. Let me see. I'm trying to read about all the prices that are down, and I'm not finding anything as I scroll here. I see the tariffs making stuff go up. I see supply chain shortages. Fuck, Jesus Christ! I promise I can speak at some point. It will come out right if I try hard enough and the lips move as the same time as the tongue. I promise words will come out. It will happen. Let's see here. Yep, energy up. While energy costs have declined recently, natural gas prices have surged. Okay, which is what a lot of people use to heat their homes and cook and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Grocery prices have risen. Food prices have increased by about 30%. Housing costs have risen. Yeah, so I'm trying to find the stuff that's gone down, dude. The only thing that's gone down seemingly is the number of hairs on your head.
down the cost, but even that, it takes a while to get them down, but we got them down good. We lost $5 to $6 billion a day with Biden.
We didn't lose it. We bought shit, you dumb motherfucker. How hard is this to grasp? We bought stuff from other countries. We just happen to buy more from the countries than they bought from us, typically because we have a larger fucking economy and more buying power and typically more people than the other country. And we don't make shit. And that's the other part of it. Not that hard. We're not losing the money.
5 to 6 billion. And I've got that down to a great number right now.
What's that great number, Chief? You're so great with numbers, Mr. Mathematician. Mr. fucking square footage of your apartment. What's the number? Give us the number, Chief.
In a record time, we're talking about 100 days.
No number? So no number. Just we're going to go, trust me, bro? All right, trust me, bro.
But just think of what that is. $5 billion a day we're losing on trade. And
we weren't losing it on trade. He just said the word trade. Trade implies one thing going from one place while the other thing is coming from another place, and we exchange the goods for money. That's how trade works. One person buys, the other person sells, right? What the hell is going on with this? Kristen, say something. What are we talking about here, dude?
We were very tough with China, as you know. We put 145% tariff on. Nobody's ever heard of such a thing.
For a reason. Nobody's ever heard of such a thing for a reason. Oh, Jesus.
And we've essentially cut off trade relationships by putting that much of a tariff on. And that's okay. We've gone cold turkey. That means that we're not losing. We lost $1 trillion to China. $1 trillion. That means we're not losing.
Oh, again. He makes it seem like we took $1 trillion in cash and just dumped it in the water off the coast of China. That's okay. All right. You guys know. I'm not going to get upset about it. I'm not going to get upset about it because I know he's an idiot. Right. But the fact that Kristen Welker is not being like, you know what, sir, we don't lose that money. You just said the word trade. So that actually implies that we receive something for the money that we send out. It's not that hard, right, Kristen?
$1 trillion when we go cold turkey because we're not doing business with them right now. And they want to make a deal. They want to make a deal very badly. We'll see how that all turns out, but it's got to be a fair deal.
When does it become the Trump economy?
It partially is right now. And I really mean this. I think the good parts are the Trump economy and the bad parts are the Biden economy, because he's done a terrible job. He did a terrible job on everything.
Let me guess,
From
Joe
his auto
Biden.
pen, which I'm sure he knew nothing about some of the things he was supposedly signing.
You have got to be joking, people. You have got to be joking. Does anybody see the hypocrisy in that? The man that has signed 17 trillion executive orders, not one of which does he understand the fucking contents of. Talking about Joe Biden not knowing about what he's signing. Let me get that one again. I'm sorry.
Economy, because he's done a terrible job. He did a terrible job on everything. From his auto pen, which I'm sure he knew nothing about some of the things he was supposedly signing.
You've seen him when at the executive order signings when he has to bring the fucking Stephen Miller's fucking hairy ball sack, like looks like Stephen Miller's right nut. What happened? It says Instagram has disconnected the stream. They currently did. That hasn't happened in a long time. Why is that all of a sudden happening again? Let's see here. That means I have to go back to Instagram. That means I have to do this. It's been a while since that happened. Maybe because I got the new setup. I'm assuming, I guess. Just take me a second here to get back to the I just have to get a new link for it. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I think everything's gone relatively smoothly so far. So just a couple of things here and there, and we'll be all right. Give me a second. I'm going to replace this. How do I get rid of that? Save changes. Stream key. Remove. You have already live. If you need a new stream key change, remove this destination from the stream, then re-add it. Okay, let me remove, and then back at it like a crack addict. All right, here we go. Paste. Appreciate your patience, guys. Thank you so much. Paste. And we should be back up and running. All right. Well, yeah, Nicole, I'm not sorry. I always get the right one. It used to be when for a long time when I was doing this, it was an hour on Instagram and they'd take you off. But that I haven't had to do that for a while, it seems like. So it might just because my accounts are new on this setup or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. We'll figure it out though. It'll probably stop doing it. But yeah, so we all recognize that when he's signing these executive orders and he has Stephen Miller's right nut come out and have to explain what the actual executive order contains and what it means and what it says, right? And he just signs it with his stupid fucking giant Sharpie. And he's talking about the hypocrisy. Oh, the hypocrisy. Oh, the hypocrisy. Oh, the hypocrisy's fucking killing me. Sorry, I get carried away.
But, sir, you acknowledge when you announced your tariffs, for example, the stock market dropped. It's been volatile. It has since gone up.
It is,
Do
but
you
now
take
it's going up.
responsibility
Look at
for
today.
that? Yeah. Do you
Well,
take
look,
responsibility when it drops?
Ultimately, I take responsibility for everything, but I've only just been here for a little more than 3 months.
I take responsibility for everything, but I've been here for 3 months, so nothing before that. All right, nothing. Just I take responsibility for it all, but just the stuff that's happened in the 3 months, not the bad stuff, the good stuff. When it's in the green, I like it. When it's in the red, it's Biden's.
But the stock market, look at what's happened in the last short period of time. Didn't it have 9 or 10 days in a row or 11 days where it's gone up?
Right. But it also lost what was the number? $7 trillion in the economy? Hit me with that in the chat. What was that? How much did we lose in the economy to right off the jump when it had that fucking that horrendous slide that we had? I think it was like something like 7 trillion or something like that. Oh, thank you, Jess. Thank you, Jess. Hi, Brian. Love to you and Mel and Logan. Thank you so much for the kind words about Tegan and her prom dress. You're amazing, but you already know that. Oh, stop it. Keep speaking truth. Your voice needs to be heard. So proud of you. We love you, brother. Right back at you, Jeff. And Tegan looks so pretty in her prom dress, and I hope she had a wonderful, wonderful time. I really do, because I got kicked out of both mine. All right. Yeah. I think it was 7 trillion, Pop. So I think it was something like that. Something like 7 trillion. So Donald Trump's the guy that thinks if you lose 7 trillion and then you gain 5 and then you lose 3 and then you gain 2, that you somehow coming out on top with a profit. That's Donald Trump's thinking. And you wonder why he bankrupted a casino. And is that spit on his mouth? Because I'm about to throw up. Is that spit on his mouth? Guys, I can't look at the screen. I can't. Is that spit on his lip? Is that spit on his lip? Or does he have a cold sore? Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay. Grandpa, you want a fucking tissue, dude? You want a wipey? Grampy, is you want a wipey? Yeah.
Is you want a wipey, Grampy? Let me come wipe your mouth, because it looks like you're drooling or foaming at the mouth, Grandpa. Why is Grandpa drooling, Mom? Dad, Grandpa looks like he's dead because he's drooling from the mouth. He's got no hair left. Look at his scalp. Look at his scalp. Dad, I can see Grandpa's scalp. It's pink.
All right, sorry.
And the tariffs have just started kicking in, and we're doing really well psychologically. I mean, the fake.
Psychologically. Oh, hold on. He almost killed me. Psychologically. Oh, Jesus, that's a good one. He's playing the he's playing the mind game. Just
Fake news was giving me such press on the tariffs. The tariffs are going to make us rich. We're going to be a very rich country.
So let's talk about the tariffs. And I want to ask you about something you said.
No, let me just totally brush by everything you just lied about and said that was not true. That was blatantly and fucking, undoubtedly false. Let me just browse, because I've been just reading. You know what? I actually didn't listen to a fucking word you said. So yeah, thank you. So what I'm going to do is I was reading my next 17 fucking questions that I have. I'm sorry. I didn't hear a word. You could have said anything. What did you say? Okay. So you're done. All right. Here's the next question. Are you done lying? Okay. Like, here's the next, fucking call some of this shit out, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. I know you're worried about getting your next fucking interview. I know you're not having enough time, right? And fucking him not, you probably have him storm out. Probably be bigger. More people would watch it. It'd be a fucking bigger news story if you press him and you ask him questions until he gets fucking pissed off and storms out of that place like a fucking aging, dementia patient.
This week got a lot of attention. You were at your cabinet meeting. You said, quote, I'm going to quote what you said, maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30.
Yeah.
And maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally. Are you saying that your tariffs will cause some prices to go up?
Why are you asking? That's what that means. He's directly saying that not only should people have less shit, but that less shit is going to cost a lot more. Right? So everybody needs to cut down on everything, but the stuff that you have is definitely going to be more expensive. Why are you asking questions like you don't know what that statement means? Say this, listen, this statement directly says that the price is going to increase. How hard is that?
No, I think the tariffs are going to be great for us because it's going to make us rich.
But you said some dolls are going to
fucking dolls, Kristen. Who gives a shit about the dolls?
Cost more. Isn't that an acknowledgement that some prices will go up?
I don't think a beautiful baby girl that's 11 years old needs to have 30 dolls.
Wow, dude.
Go fuck yourself.
I mean, the president of the United States here telling 11-year-old girls that they can't have 30 dolls. I mean, that's what we're talking about here in this interview. That's where we're going in this. Fucking planes crashing, fucking planes colliding in midair. You get the fucking, stock market's up, stock market's down. Fucking, people don't know who to trade with. We got fights with Canada, Mexico, Greenland. They're trying to fucking bomb Iran. They want to go to war with the cartels. They're shipping American citizens out of here. They're fucking arresting judges. We're talking about dolls. We're talking about dolls. Practice? Jesus.
I think they can have 3 dolls or 4 dolls.
It's just, you know what I mean? It just goes to a wider conversation of how the rich in this country, the most powerful, the elite in this country, don't want a fucking 17th yacht, right? While they're telling 11-year-old girls that they can't have more than 5 dolls. Just think of that. Just think of what the president of the fucking United States is saying right now. The guy that's fucking dripping the fucking White House in gold shit right now. The guy that owns his own fucking private plane right now. The guy who hangs around with the fucking richest fucking suck bags on the planet is telling you and your daughter and your granddaughter and your fucking grandson that they can't have fucking dolls and toys. They can't have a bike. You don't need 2 bikes. You don't need a racing bike and a mountain bike. You just need one. And judging by the fucking preview that we saw, he's about to tell you that you can't have pencils. You're going to have to limit the number of pencils that you're going to fucking have too.
Because what we were doing with China was just unbelievable. We had a trade deficit of hundreds of billions of dollars with China.
When you say they could have $3 instead of $30, are you saying
I'll
you're...
say that
Like, I understand it's the example he used. I understand that, and she's running with it. But it's about so much more than dolls. Like, I don't know.
Americans could see empty store shelves?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they don't need to have 30.
What? Like, I don't see that question, guys. Like, that question is that's a stupid question. I think it's a stupid question, right? He's never ever going to say yes that there's going to be empty store shelves, right? Nor fucking going out on a limb here, does that statement that he gave imply that there would be empty store shelves? So can you just continue on the fact that things are going to be much more expensive and that the fucking billionaire president is now telling the American citizens they need to limit themselves and cut back while they again buy their fucking 15th yacht? Can we focus on the fact that this is a rich versus poor, a fucking middle class versus the rich fight that's going on here? That the fucking middle class is being squeezed till it's nothing, until it's just fucking the lower class, right? Till there's nothing left, while the fucking people, veterans struggle on the streets. Fucking homelessness is on the rise. Fucking housing prices are astronomical. I mean, come on.
$30. They can have 3. They don't need to have 250 pencils. They can have.
This is why Bernie and AOC are getting so much fucking attention. You're getting so many fucking people in red states, red counties, purple counties, wherever the fuck they go, because fighting oligarchy, fighting the fucking wealthy, fighting the robber barons, the fucking that are literally gilding the White House as we speak, going back to the Gilded Age when wealth inequality was at its fucking peak in this country. When the rich were just throwing rotten apples and rotten fucking tomatoes at the poor people, saying, here, try to eat this. He wants to go back to that. He talks about 1890s or whatever being the best time. Can't you see? Can't you just understand what the fuck is happening here? How, again, the top 1% are trying to accumulate all the riches, all the wealth in the world to suck it dry from the fucking people that actually make that wealth possible for them. The people that actually show up to work every day, the people that run the factories, that drive the forklifts, that fucking are out there busting their ass, fucking 70-something years old. You think I don't see the fucking 80-year-old guys and women that come and deliver for Amazon, right? You think we don't see these fucking people having to work at 60, 70, 80 years old, busting their hump, driving around for fucking Amazon or whatever company or whatever they do just to fucking make ends meet? And we're talking about fucking cutting back on dolls? On fucking dolls?
Go fuck yourself.
5.
But you're basically saying there could be some supply
I'm
shortages
basically saying
because
we
of
don't
the
have to
tariff.
waste money on a trade deficit with China for things we don't need, for junk that we don't need.
Well, prices are already going up on some popular
Whoa,
items,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
tires,
Whoa, whoa.
strollers.
This is such a dishonest interview already. Prices are down on groceries. Prices
No, they're not. No, they're fucking not.
are down for oil. Prices are down for all energy. Prices are down at
all energy. I literally just showed you. Literally, yeah. To say gas. Where does it say gas? Yeah, energy. Energy costs have declined recently. Natural gas prices have surged, says Trading Economics. Surged. Not gone up. Not risen. Surged. That's energy. Grandpa. You fucking dirty bastard.
tremendous numbers for gasoline. And let me tell you, when you have the big thing, what he did, he spent like a stupid person, which he was.
Dude, talk about living rent free in Donald Trump's head. Joe Biden has a loft and 2 suites up there. Maybe that's why he's losing his hair so quickly. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's from, I don't know, the fucking the emissions coming from Joe Biden's apartment inside of Donald Trump's brain. He just cannot. I swear to God, he wakes up in the morning and thinks, Joe Biden.
But he spent like a very stupid person, and that was bad for inflation. But what really killed it.
You know what? We're getting a good look at that ear. We're getting a good look at that ear, folks. Can I zoom in on this? No, you can't zoom on a video, right? Bastards. But that's we're getting a good look at that ear. I don't see too much I don't see a whole lot of damage here. Where's the damage? Where's the piece gone? Where's the scar? Where's the the lightened skin to show that it's newer skin that has grown in? I don't quite see anything. Do you guys? Maybe next time put the cameras on the left side from now on. That way we can avoid that whole lie.
Less with inflation was the price of energy. It went up to $3.90, even $4, and in California, $5 and $6, right? Okay. I have it down to $1.98 in many states right now.
What? Hold on. Gas prices by state. State price gas averages. Let's see here. Share this instead so you guys can see everything. Today's national average is $3.16. Let's see here. Anybody down in $1.98 territory? Do we see $1.98 everywhere? Regular, mid-grade, premium. We'll go regular. We'll go regs. We're only buying regs today. Anybody in the ones? Does anybody see ones anywhere? I don't see ones. See lots of 3s, 4s in California, for Christ's sakes. Hawaii's 4. Let's see here. What's the lowest? Probably some of the down the states down here. Let's see, 285, 277, 278, 272 is the lowest. 272 is the lowest I see. So I don't know where this fucking $1.98 bullshit is coming from. Another blatant lie right in front of Kristen Welker's face. But don't worry about it. Boston Brian here, and Blunt Politics is on the job to call it out for you. So yes, just mark that as another lie. Whoever's doing the counter for the fucking Trump 47, because I know it was like 30-something thousand for fucking 45. So I'm assuming we started over. So whoever's doing that whole lie counter, fucking add one in there. Oh, I'm not even on the screen, which would be good. That would be good. At least you saw what I was doing. But add it in there. Fucking send it. That's another one. All right, back to it. Sorry, I felt like that was a lie from the beginning when I heard it, and it was.
When you go that much lower on energy, which is ahead of my prediction, because I really thought I could get it down into the 250s. We have it down at $1.98 in numerous places.
No, you do not. You fucking very well do not. You do fucking not. You do not. It's just you don't. That's not a thing that's happening right now in any state, anywhere. That is not a thing. And we're looking at it right here. Right here. As of 5/4/25, which I believe is today. You know, you don't get any fucking more recent than that.
But when you say costs are going up, even mortgage rates are going down.
Well,
You know,
but
we
let me
have
give you
mortgage
some
rates.
examples. These are.
You know what? Fucking A. Jesus Christ. Mortgage rate U.S. As of May 4th, 2025, the national average 30-year fixed for is 6.76. The 30-year fixed rate has seen a slight decrease recently, declining from 6.81 the previous week. 15-year fixed rates are also available with an average around 5.92. So it's gone from 6.76. It's gone from 6.81 to 6.76. Now, I am not, I'm not an expert in the field, but doesn't seem like a huge. I know any decline is welcome, but does not seem like a huge decrease. Again, call me out in the chat if I'm wrong. I don't mind being called out. Maybe that is a huge decrease, but let me know.
I mean, these are actual examples. So you're saying the prices that are going down, some prices are going up. Tires, strollers, some clothing in the wake of your tariffs.
Excuse me, that's peanuts compared to energy. Energy is 60% of the cost.
But sir, you can
energy is the big.
What he doesn't understand what he's talking about. What is he talking? She's blatant. She's saying the prices are increasing here, and he's saying because his fantasy, in his fantasy mind, the fantasy price on the fantasy oil is somehow at the lowest it's ever been, that all these prices are going to come down. When she's like, listen, sir, that ain't a thing, brother. Hate to fucking break it to you, but the prices are going up. They're going up, my man, on these things, and a lot more. So you can say it's peanuts all you want, but I don't care. I don't take peanuts from a penis. So fucking keep your peanuts in your own fucking goddamn pocket. We don't want them. The shit's going up. Just fucking pure and simple, it's going up. And the fact that he thinks because in his fantasy fucking brain that is no longer covered by much hair, that he's done all these great things as far as energy, that's somehow going to have some huge effect on the prices, the real world prices that she's talking about.
Campaigned on a promise to bring prices down on day.
Oh, yeah, he did. On what day was it? I'm sorry. What day?
Well, I don't know. When you say strollers are going up,
hold on, Kristen, hit me with that.
On day.
Well, I don't know. When you say
one more time.
You campaigned on a promise to bring prices down on day.
Well, I don't know. When you say energy is a big.
You campaigned on a promise to bring prices down on day.
Well, I don't know. When you say.
All right, I just wanted to make sure we got that in the video in case I slice this and dice this into a video later. I want to make sure that we got that he said he was going to bring prices down on day one, said he was going to end the brutal invasion of Ukraine by Russia in 24 hours. That none of those things have happened. None of the things that he said was going to happen happened. Zero. Maybe I'll you know what? I'll be gracious. I'll be fucking more gracious than I should be. And I'll give him the fact that we've seen a decrease in activity at the southern border. Right. Again, there's the whole nice guy, bad guy aspect to this that is really simple to understand. Right. When the population of the countries that are in turmoil and the people want to leave, when they see that a nice guy, i.e. Joe Biden, right, somebody that they think will be accepting of them as asylum seekers, people tend to use that opportunity, right? But when they see a bad guy in power, right, it tends to fucking make them stay where they are because they're not going to risk taking that huge fucking journey, paying the money to take the journey just to get fucking turned away, right? But again, that hurts our country. Because a lot of these people that would have been coming in seeking asylum, trying to get fucking jobs, trying to work in this country, trying to have better lives, are contributing to society. Hey, Carl, what's up, buddy? Hope you had a good day on the lake there, Chief. You catch any fish? I was like this big. It's like this big. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you. We're just chiming in on Nutneck here.
Say strollers are going up. What kind of a thing? I'm saying that gas.
What kind of a thing? I don't know. The thing that, I don't know, mothers need. The thing that fucking, The things that family needs when they have a child, you know, that thing, you know, the things that every, you know, regular people, the people that have kids that aren't fucking 92 years old, right? That, you know, these people, they need strollers for their kids.
Gasoline is going down. Gasoline is
Yeah, you know what? It's good. That's good because all those gasoline powered strollers, in case you just recently purchased a gasoline powered stroller, you're gonna be really happy because you'll be spending a lot less now at the pump with that gas.
He's the town drunk. He's the town drunk.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Those gasoline powered strollers sure are gonna, you know what? It's the stroller might be more money, but when you go to the gas station to fill it up, you're really gonna be happy with what you see at the pump.
thousands of times more important than a stroller someplace.
But what do you say to Americans who say they voted for you because they want and they need relief right now?
And they're getting it.
Right now? What about those
even mortgage rates?
different items I just
mortgage rates are going down despite the fact that we have a stubborn Fed.
But you said dolls could cost a couple bucks.
Maybe they might, but you don't need to have, as I said, $35. You can have 2, 3, 4.
Again, yeah, just cut down on everything. Just cut down on everything. You don't need two vehicles, one for you and your wife. Just pull the whole Steven Crowder. Just get one and then fucking, hold the keys over your wife's head. As you abuse her on camera, you could do that. Follow the Republican way and just have one vehicle so you can control your wife and make sure that she doesn't leave the home when you're not there, and you know where she's going. But you put a tracking device on it. Just do that. Put some tracking on the dolls that you have. That way you know where the kids are at all times. But yeah, just cut back on your shit. But when's this interview over? Because I have a tea time that I need to use my private jet to go fly to. But again, can we go on about how American citizens should cut back on everything?
And save a lot of money. We don't need to feed the beast.
I guess you're talking about this transition cost. How long should people expect that transition to last?
Yeah, so this whole 1 day thing was horse shit, apparently, obviously, clearly. So what's the second lie you're going to tell? Well, how long are you going to tell people that we got to fucking wait now?
Mr. President.
I can't tell you that. I can tell you.
He can say it was 24 hours before the election, folks. It was 21 days before the election, but he can't say shit now that he's in power. He has no fucking clue. No idea. I couldn't tell you. I'm just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. I don't know what these executive orders mean. Fucking gotcha.
That we're making a lot of money. We're doing great. Again, we're losing more than $5 billion a day. $5 billion a
China
day.
has
You don't
total
talk about that.
respect.
And right now, we're going to be at a point very soon where we're making money every day.
Yeah. So somehow he thinks on trade that we're going to pull like a geopolitical and fucking, world economy 180. And all of a sudden the world is going to start buying more from the United States than the United States buys from other countries. Right. Seemingly the only way we can actually get ahead in this regard. Right. So again, a lot of people in this administration are talking like these factories, right? The car plants, the chip factories, not the chip factories, but the new car plants, and what are the other ones? I keep forgetting the ones that they keep touting. But all these things that they say are being built or are built or are here ready to go for people to go, A, aren't being built yet. They haven't even fucking broken ground yet. B, will take damn near fucking 5 to 7 years for it to be fucking complete anyway before the thing even starts pumping out at full speed. 3, not going to have any fucking workers in it, right? It's all going to be automated. It's all going to be automated. It's going to be fucking plants all over the place with 2 fucking managers walking up and down the rows, making sure the robots do what they're supposed to do, checking the fucking oil, doing this, doing that. So none of this helps the American people. None of this helps the workers. None of this helps the middle class. None of this helps the poor. None of this helps the fucking homeless people get back on their feet.
Look,
how soon?
We were losing hundreds of billions of dollars with China. Now we're essentially not doing business with China.
Every time he says that, in your brain, you say, we were buying hundreds of billions of dollars of goods from China. And then you're like, yeah, obviously. I've been on fucking Amazon. Yes. I've seen what they have on Temu. That makes sense. It's on my phone. Millions of fucking Americans have phones. Pretty easy to do so. It's cheap shit. So one can assume, yeah, that makes sense. That price, that number makes sense. Yeah, we buy that much shit from them. Yes, we do.
Therefore, we're saving hundreds of billions of dollars. Very simple.
You take me to my next question, which is about China. They've been making
people get no goods. You understand that, right? What he's saying is if you cut that trade deficit, if you just cut that, then all of a sudden the United States, but you also don't get the goods that you were receiving before, right? So you can't get that shit on Amazon. You're not going to get it on Temu if you happen to use that or whatever other fucking site, Alibaba or whatever, right? You're not going to be able to get the shit if what he's saying in this comes true. You know, if he just totally cuts it, right? But now if you do, obviously the prices are going up on things. Obviously the prices on those things are being jacked up because of the tariffs. That's not hard to see. That's pretty easy to see. Even some companies are even putting it on the fucking receipt. Hey, this is because of the tariffs. This tax here, this amount here, right? It's raised because of the tariffs. This is Trump's fault, is what it should say.
Not doing business with China. Therefore, we're saving hundreds of billions of
right. See? Not doing any business with China would save hundreds of millions of dollars, but you also don't get the things you need to fucking live your life, right? Or you're forced to buy them elsewhere at an extremely, higher cost.
That was very simple.
It is very simple. It is. You just don't understand it. That's the problem. You're on the other side of simple. Well, you're simple, but in a different way.
To my next question, which is about China. They've been making a number of public statements.
Very positive statements the last 24 hours.
Well, and most recently, they said before talks could happen, the U.S. would need to remove unilateral tariffs. Would you consider dropping the tariffs to get China to the negotiating table?
No. They first of all, you're giving me a statement that was said a week ago. You're not giving the statement that was said today.
I have May 2nd Chinese Commerce Ministry.
Do you know what they said today?
The U.S.
We're
wants to
looking
negotiate.
forward.
It should show sincerity by preparing to take actions in correcting its mistakes and canceling the unilateral tariffs.
That was fucking amazing. That was amazing. He said, do you know what they said today? Not thinking that she'd have the fucking quote. She had the quote right in front of her. She fucking read it here. I got to get that again. Hold on.
A week ago, you're not giving the statement that was said today.
I have May 2nd Chinese Commerce Ministry.
Do you know what they said today?
The U.S.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. She's reading what they said on May 2nd, but still only 3 days ago. We'll have to hear his rebuttal on what they said today, or maybe we can look it up. But this is gold anyway. This is gold anyway, because this is not what he wanted to hear.
Wants to negotiate. It should show sincerity by preparing to take actions in correcting its mistakes and canceling the unilateral tariffs.
They made first of all, they made numerous statements.
Yes, they've made numerous
how many
statements.
people speak for China? It's like 50.
They've made numerous
I
statements.
can give you a
yes.
statement for any occasion.
Yes.
But they said today they want to talk. Look, China, and I don't like this. I'm not happy about this. China's getting killed right now. They're getting absolutely destroyed. Their factories are closing.
So I see 2 days ago, China says it's evaluating. Oh, because this is probably he's talking about the day they filmed this, right? So China says it's evaluating possible trade talks with the U.S. I'm assuming what this is what he's talking about. See here. China says it is currently assessing proposals by the United States to begin trade talks in a subtle tone shift that could open the door for negotiations. The spokesperson for China's Commerce Ministry said Friday's statement that the U.S. has recently sent multiple messages to China through relevant parties hoping to start talks with China. China is currently evaluating this. So basically what this means right here, so the United States is texting, is fucking mass texting China, and China's just not responding. So you ever see like that fucking when you get a freak who sends somebody like 48 text messages in a row, it's just all blue, unless you're a really freak and you got an Android, right? In which case it's green, which is weird. But and like there's no response from the person, and the guy just like keeps texting the girl or whatever the fuck it is for like months and months and months. Hey, how you doing? No response. All right, 3 weeks later, hey, just checking in. How you doing? Checking in. That's what this is going on. This is pretty much just what happened. The U.S. has sent them multiple messages through relevant parties. Hey, trying to go through different avenues. Say, please talk to me. Please call us. Please do this as in public, right? They're talking about how China is calling them incessantly, how China is dying to talk to them, how Caroline Levitt is talking about, is touting how much China has been willing to come to the table. which has been an outright lie, at least until this point, where they're currently assessing whether or not they should, talk to the proposal. But this is funny. Fucking the United States was texting like a boyfriend that just got broken up with 6 months ago. You can't get over it. The comment signal is softening in Beijing's position, which has been steadfastly defiant amid heightened tensions with the U.S. because of President Donald Trump's tariffs war, yada, 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 the tariff trade war and unilaterally initiated by the United States. And if it wants to negotiate, it must demonstrate genuine sincerity that includes being prepared to correct its wrongdoings and cancel its unilateral tariff hikes. China's position remains consistent. If it's a fight, we will see it through to the end. If it's talk, the door is open. So seems like that could go either way. Seems like that one could go either way. Just go back.
Unemployment is going through the roof. I'm not looking to do that to China. Now, at the same time, I'm not looking to have China make hundreds of billions of dollars and build more ships and more army tanks and more airplanes.
No, you want to do that, right? Mr. We're going to take money out of the Pentagon. Mr. We want to fucking make sure the Pentagon can, tell us where the funds have gone because they've failed so many of the audits, right? Can't account for so much of the funds. Oh, man, we're going to take money. What do? They just put forth the fucking first $1 trillion military budget, right? Hold on. Make sure I get it right. Right? The Trump administration is proposing a $1 trillion defense budget for fiscal year 2026, but some of the funding will require additional legislation, such as a reconciliation bill. The administration is requesting a base budget of $892.6 billion, with the remaining funds potentially coming from outside the normal budget process, like a reconciliation bill. This proposed budget is significantly larger than previous year's request, which was $895.2 billion for fiscal year 2025. Is significantly larger than the previous year's request, which is $895. Oh, so they're adding in. I got you. So they're adding in what they're asking for with the reconciliation bill, which comes to over $1 trillion. So yeah, Cenk Uygur, who was like, remember when Cenk was like, "Oh man, if they want to take money out of the Pentagon, I'm with MAGA. If MAGA wants to take money out of the Pentagon, I'm with them. I'm with them. And guess what? If they don't, I know the MAGA base will call them out. The MAGA base will definitely call them out. If he doesn't take money out of that Pentagon, I know it. And if they don't, then I'm out. Right? When he's talking to Charlie Kirk and Steve Bannon. Have they said anything? Is MAGA in uproar because of the first $1 trillion defense budget? Is anybody, hello? Right? And this goes along with this too. This goes along with this. Ready? I didn't mean to skip this at first, but I always run out of time. But I feel like this is important. Right? This is what it goes to. So it's not very difficult to see the direct correlation when we talk about fascism and we talk about the Trump administration. So basically what you need to know, right? What is fascism? What is it? Well, it's a political ideology, right? It is a far-right, authoritarian, and ultranationalist political ideology and movement characterized by a dictatorial leader, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. Think about that. Belief in natural social hierarchy. Think about that. Subordination of individual interest for the perceived good of the nation or race. Perfectly describes what Donald Trump is doing, right? And a strong regimentation of society and the economy, opposed to Marxism, democracy, anarchism, pluralism, free markets, egalitarianism, communism, liberalism, and socialism. Fascism is a far right of the traditional left-right spectrum, right? So nationalism, right? Militarism. So what are we talking? What is MAGA all about? The American flag's everywhere, and Donald Trump's face riding a fucking velociraptor on the American flag, and fucking the United States first, right? Fucking the United States first and everything and only thing, and we got to worry about us, and it's only us. Fucking so complete and total nationalism and isolationism is what they want. And on top of that, and as we just saw with the first $1 trillion defense budget proposal, they love talking about and touting the military and how fucking, Pete Hegseth is out there fucking talking about, the warrior ethos, right? to placing fucking troops at the Panama Canal, talking about what they're going to do to Iran, talking about going into fucking Mexico to have war with the cartels, right? These are all military actions, talking about Greenland, talking about Canada as the 51st state. So expansionism is another fucking aspect, right? We all know the fucking Lebensraum with the Nazis, how Hitler wanted more living space for his people. Well, fucking Mussolini had the same thing before, right? In territories near Switzerland, in the Alps, where he wanted to regain what he called, I believe it was Risorgimento, if I have that correctly. Let me see. If I go down here, it actually talks about Italian fascism. Let me see here. I'll just type it in. I'll just pull up another one, because that's what I believe is more akin to Donald Trump, actually, than the relationship between, as we speak, Hitler. Even though he talks, he said lines from Mein Kampf. I believe me, I understand all the connections in that way. I just believe that he's more akin to this asshole than he is to the other asshole, right? So I believe it was Risorgimento. Where did I read that before? Where he wanted to. So this is basically how fascism began here. The classical fascism and fascism is the original fascist ideology Benito Mussolini developed in Italy. The ideology of Italian fascism is associated with a series of political parties led by Mussolini, the PNF, the Kingdom of Italy from 1922 to 1943, and then the PRF after he was freed and made a puppet by the Nazis from 1943 to 1945 until his death. Italian fascism originated from a combination of ultranationalism and Italian nationalism, national syndicalism, and revolutionary nationalism. Right. So from the militarism of Italian irredentism, I believe it was Risorgimento. I'm looking for it here, but I believe that was what he thought he deserved to get the Roman territories back. Let's see here. Necessary to restore Italian national pride. Italian fascists also claimed that modern Italy was an heiress to the imperial legacy of ancient Rome, and that there existed historical proof which supported the creation of imperial fascist Italy to provide spazio vitale. Oh, that's what it was. Spazio vitale, vital space for the second Italo-Sunuzo War. So that's what this is. This is the Italian version of Lebensraum, right? So this was the first Lebensraum. This is Spazio Vitale, which was just basically what they believed was the establishing hegemonic control of the terrestrial basin of the Mediterranean Sea. So they wanted to regain control of basically what they thought was rightly their land under the ancient Roman Empire, right? So. You can see how it ties together. Donald Trump, again, was talking about acquiring Greenland, talking about making Canada the 51st state, right? These are very similar in nature, very, very authoritarian, very fascistic things to do. And this goes on to talk about the etymology. So the Italian word fascismo, which derives from fascio, means bundle of sticks. Ultimately, a Latin word, fascis. The name was given to political organizations in Italy known as fasci, groups similar to guilds or syndicates, according to Italian fascist dictator Benito Mussolini's own account. The fascists of revolutionary action were founded in Italy in 1915, right? So people think it goes back to the Nazis, but it's way before that. 1919, Mussolini founded the Italian Fascists of Combat in Milan, which became the National Fascist Party 2 years later. Like I said, the fascists came to associate the term with the ancient Roman fasces, fascio littorio, a bundle of rods tied around an axe, which was the symbol we saw at the top, an ancient Roman symbol of authority and civic magistrate carried by his lictors. The symbolism of fasces suggested strength through unity. A single rod was easily broken, while the bundle is difficult to break. Let's see here. The principal beliefs here. Irredentive expansionism here. So fascists fascism emphasized the need for restoration of Mazzanine Reggimento. That's what I was talking about. Tradition that followed the unification of Italy. The fascists claimed had been left incomplete and abandoned by the Gioliterian era Italy. Fascism sought the incorporation of claimed unredeemed territories. So this is what I mean. Unredeemed territories. Right? It's the same thing as Lebensraum. But this gives a great racism was also a part of it here. But the thing is before Hitler took over Mussolini's brain and became more powerful than Mussolini, Mussolini actually was denounced anti-Semitism, said the Italians were against anti-Semitism, right? Said there was no superhuman being. There was no, supreme human as far as the Nazis thought they were. They didn't believe in that. And Italian Jews were natives to Italy. They had been living in Italian peninsulas since Roman times. Fascists did not enact comprehensive racist policies like those were enacted by its World War II Axis partner Nazi Germany. So basically, he flip-flopped. He came out right after, Hitler probably fucking told me, you do this or we're going to take over your fucking country. And he came out and put out the, after the Manifesto of Race is what it was. He put out the 7th point, which stated, "It is time that Italians proclaim themselves to be an openly racist." Right? Imagine saying that. I mean, I know this is fucking, earlier times, but this is what the 7th point stated. It is time that Italians proclaim themselves to be openly racist. Although Mussolini said that the manifesto was endorsed entirely for political reasons, in deference to Nazi German wishes, the Manifesto of Race was published on 14 July 1938, paved the way for the enactment of the racial laws in Germany, which, basically set forth there was Italian racial laws and the German racial laws. We all know the complicated system in which you could figure out how Jewish you were, if you were safe or not. If you had this much, if you were this much Jewish, it was okay. But if you had this much Jewish in you, it was a problem. If your mother, it was a whole system. If your mother's mother was this, if it went back so far in history, then you're okay. So the whole thing is tied to Donald Trump, basically hand in hand. Stephen Miller probably read these playbooks, fucking all his little acolytes that actually have some semblance of intelligence, but they use it in completely the wrong way. The people that actually kind of try to read. I'm sure there are people around in there. There's got to be somebody, but I'm sure Stephen Miller knows all of this shit. They have to, because they have used this playbook to a T to get into power, not once, but twice. So let's get back into that. I just wanted to little diversion. My apologies. Jesus Christ. I mean, just think again. Sorry. I'm not, my bad. How did it drop? Let me put it back up there for you. I think I might have clicked the wrong button. My apologies. I do apologize. We're back at it. All right. Let me go back a couple seconds. All right, here we go.
Would you lower them?
Talking about the tariffs, she asked if he's going to lower the tariffs.
At some point, I'm going to lower them because
at some point I'm going to lower them. So if you were a business outside of the United States, why wouldn't you just wait? Why would you do business with the United States now and cost yourself more money? Right? Why not just not ship your shit to the United States, which I showed you on the last show was happening, how the ports were already seeing, 30% less fucking shipping coming in? Right? Let's see how that's doing. Let's check in on that story. Less shipping at ports. Sorry for the side, but I think this is important. This is what's going on in the United States, right? Fuck what he's saying. He's an asshole. I'd rather call out the shit that he's saying and actually show you guys the facts than show you that fucking piece of shit anyway. A decline in shipping activity at major, I'll show you this instead. A decline in shipping activity at major U.S. ports is being observed primarily due to the impact of tariffs, especially those imposed on China, which has led to a significant drop in cargo volumes. The shift has been fueled by retailers and manufacturers reducing or pausing shipments from China, opting for alternative suppliers in other Asian countries. The Port of Los Angeles, for example, anticipates a substantial decrease in cargo volume next week, with some sources suggesting a 35% drop compared to the previous year. So 30% less people working at the fucking airlines, 30% less people working in the fucking flight towers, 30% less shipping coming in. I mean, this seems like a recipe for disaster, seems like a recipe for a recession. Seems like a recipe for strain on the American people like they haven't felt since the last time Donald Trump was in power and let a deadly disease ravage the country. But yeah, here's a more detailed look. The ongoing trade war between U.S. and China, particularly the tariffs imposed by President Trump, has had a substantial impact on shipping activity. Let me see here. I think I can zoom in on this at least. Just so we can, has had a substantial impact. President Donald Trump has had a substantial impact on shipping activity. These tariffs have led to a decline in cargo volumes, especially those originating from China. Right? And let's just follow that to its conclusion. All right? We got less shipping coming in, right? Therefore, the docks, they're not going to be at full capacity. They're not going to need to be at full capacity. So people are either going to get laid off or they're going to have less shifts, right? Less shipping coming in means less trucking needed. So truck drivers are going to have less jobs, right? Because somebody has to get those containers across the country. But if there's less containers, you're going to need less trucks, less people, less money, right? And if those truck drivers aren't driving as many goods across the country, guess what? There's not going to be as many goods at the store. And guess what? Those goods that are at the store are going to be more money. Do you know why? Because supply and demand, ladies and gentlemen. Supply is high. Supply is low, demand is high. That means the price is high. When supply is high, demand is low, the price gets lower, right? Not hard to figure out. So less shipping at the ports filters in through the country like a disease. It is a fucking domino effect that cannot be stopped once less shipping comes in at the ports. You cannot stop it. You cannot just create shit coming in at the ports. You cannot just create shit for these fucking truck drivers to ship across the country. You cannot just create and fucking manufacture or 3D print these fucking products that are going to be on the shelves that aren't coming in through the ships, that aren't coming in through the trucks anymore. So there will be a direct impact on the very fucking people that need it the most because of what this asshole is doing. A direct impact of what he is doing and nothing else. Nothing else. Totally 100% self-imposed. Again, like James O'Brien says, he used to say that the UK, that Britain was the first country in the history of the world to impose economic sanctions on itself with Brexit. And now I say, as Boston Brian from Blunt Politics, that the United States is now the second country in the history of the world to impose economic sanctions on its fucking self, on its own people, purely out of thin air, not provoked, totally self-imposed. Totally self-imposed. We could have a totally self-imposed recession in the United States because we elected a rapist.
Because otherwise you could never do business with them. And they want to do business very much. Look, their economy is really doing badly. Their economy is collapsing.
So small businesses say they are being hurt by the Chinese tariffs.
Oh, funny, man. What was I just talking about? That's weird. It's weird how that happens.
And some could be forced to shut down.
And many businesses are being helped.
Are you considering tariff relief?
You heard what he said, and many businesses are being helped. So again, he totally dismissive of businesses closing in the country and people losing their livelihoods in this country because of some phantom idea he thinks that some businesses are being helped right now.
For small businesses?
Why do you always mention that, you pick up a couple of little businesses? What about the carbon?
You pick up a couple of little businesses. Why do you always mention the negative is what he wanted to say. Why do you always mention the bad things? He is such a fucking petulant little pussy. He is such a fucking child. It is ridiculous.
Business. They're going to make a fortune because of the tariff.
Call the fucking ambulance, because fucking I got asked a tough question. Why do you ask the tough questions all the time? Why do you bring up all the negative and the businesses that are going out of business and the people losing their livelihoods in this country due to a direct result of people and things that I have done? Why, Kristen? Why? This is not fair. I'm going to walk out.
Sorry.
tariffs. Do you know that the union, the head of the union, who was no fan of mine, Sean Fain, I guess his name is.
You guess? He guesses. I guess his name is. Is that what it was?
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
fly. Oh, I wonder where the fly came from.
I don't know.
They're just getting acclimated. You know what that means? Acclimated.
No, I don't. I have no idea, but that's all I heard come out of your mouth. Holy shit. I think that's what his name is, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what his name is.
words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
Right? He didn't endorse me. The Teamsters did. A lot of people did. A lot of unions did. But he didn't. He couldn't stand me. Now he's saying,
join the club. Join the club.
wow, what's Trump's done for the automobile? I can't believe it. I assume he's going to probably now say the next thing he can say is, I endorse this guy. He's the greatest I've ever seen.
You barely knew his name. You're guessing in his name. And now all of a sudden you're predicting his endorsement. What have you done for the automobile industry, please? Can you bring up some of these? What are we doing here? What are the facts? What are some of these accomplishments that you're touting? Or are we just supposed to trust me, bro, all the way through this administration?
Can't believe it's happened. He said, we've been waiting 40 years for somebody to do what Trump is doing. So
what, 40 years to give them a 30-day break on the fucking tariffs that we're gonna tank their industry? They've been waiting fucking so long for somebody to come out and tank their fucking industry and then give them a 30-day pause so it doesn't.
why don't you mention the big car industry instead of mentioning somebody that's doing strollers?
Well,
yeah, why don't you fucking talk about the corporations and not the fucking little guys? Will you stop talking about the citizens of this country that make this shit run? Will you stop talking about the men and the women and the fucking children they have that need to go to school, that need food on their tables, right? Right? Will you stop talking about these people, please? Can we start talking about the CEOs and the fucking rich people that are going to get rich off of all these tax breaks and the fucking, the little fucking side deals we're doing in back rooms? Can we talk about that, please? Fuck grandma and grandpa, right? Fuck mom and dad. Fuck the kids. Fuck you and your stroller and your dolls. Let's talk about Elon.
I'm just asking you about small businesses. Are there any discussions about giving any relief to small businesses?
They're not going to.
I'm going to take that as a no. I'm going to take that 40-second pause as a no.
Are there any discussions about giving any relief to small businesses?
They're not going to need it.
I need a cricket sound. How do you get a cricket sound? I need it. All I got is this. Yeah, ready? I'll play this in between here. Ready?
Are there any discussions about giving any relief to small businesses?
They're not going to need it.
Okay.
They're going to make so.
They're not going to need it. They're not going to know. So basically, we haven't given it a thought at all because we're not even planning for that. Just in case, we don't even see that as a possibility. So no, we don't have a plan B. Just in case this goes south and these businesses do actually have to close their doors. They're fucked. They're screwed. Sorry.
Much money.
Are these tariffs?
If you build your product here, remember there are no tariffs if you build your product here. It's very easy. It's very simple.
It is very simple. Just what you got to do is you got to move your entire workforce. You need to come here. You need to somehow find a site. What you do is, and then you got to get all the permits required to even dig on the site to even break ground, and then you got to get all the plans together, the blueprints, and you got to figure that all out and get that all worked out. And then once that happens, you got to acquire all the material that you're going to need, which probably takes a long time. And then once the material is all acquired and paid for, you got to get that on site, which requires trucking and shipping. And once that's all on site, you got to make sure that you got the workforce to go there, and then you got to build the factory again, and then that takes a long time. And then once that's done, you got to make sure everything's working properly. You got to do all the tests and stuff, and that takes a little bit too. So yeah, so this should be done by, I don't know, what do you say, noon? By what should we have this done by? 6, 7? What do you think? By dinner? We should be good by today, actually.
Well,
are these tariffs permanent, Mr. President?
Depends.
What was that? Give me that again.
It's very simple.
Are these tariffs permanent, Mr. President?
Holy shit. His lips look like a big
Vagina.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Looks like he's trying to push out
Call
a big
them
fat.
dumps, big massive dumps.
Oh, is that the face when he thinks about friggin' Oh man. Oh, that is
All
great.
I smell is your bullshit.
That is great. Hold on. One more time on that one. I'm sorry. I got to get that one more.
See, it's very simple.
Are these tariffs permanent, Mr. President?
Screenshot. How do I screenshot? Give me.
Talking about.
Can I screenshot this? How do I do it? Wasn't it just right click before? Add this video, picture in picture.
One of the things.
Fuck. How do I do it? Screenshot. Da-da-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum. I don't know how to do it on this one yet. I want to screenshot it. Oh, damn it. All right, I'll figure it out for next time. I thought it was just right click and it was there on that one. But I could be wrong. Can I do it on this one? No. All right, sorry, but that was good. All right. Sorry.
Depends on what you're talking about.
Hold on. Upper right of the keyboard. Upper right of the keyboard. What does that mean? Upper right of the keyboard. I see F12, F11. Those things? Those do things too? I'll figure it. I appreciate it. I'll figure it out off here. I appreciate it. Holy shit, it's 3 already right now? Fanguladu. Hakuma de mats. Okay, brute. Fuck. Damn it. How much did we get through? 11 minutes. Good grief. I need 17 hours to get through one of this guy's speeches because I'm calling out so much of his bullshit. All right. I won't keep you too much. I won't keep you. Let's thank everybody. I'm sorry. Time snuck up on me on that one. The clock snuck up on me on that one. I got defeated by the clock. I apologize. F10, somebody said, for a screenshot. Is that all I have to hit? Or is it it's got a little envelope on F10. Is that what F10 is, an envelope? Yeah, can you let me see if I can hold on. Let me see if I'll do. I took a screenshot. I'll send it. Oh, great. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's thank everybody that donated. And you can do so right now if you feel free. Just send in a super chat, super thanks, whatever it may be. Patreon.com/BostonBrian. As you see it scrolling down the bottom there. There's also Venmo up in the corner there. And I heard somebody was asking about a PayPal. So I did set up a PayPal for the show. This is the little thing here. If you want to take a little picture, if that's what you have. I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just saying I heard somebody was asking, so I'm just trying to oblige people that may have PayPal and not other systems. It's under Boston Brian LLC at gmail.com. So it's not the MTN, it's the Boston Brian LLC at gmail.com. So I appreciate it. And again, freaking just got kicked off. It just got kicked off of Instagram again. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Let's get through all the thank yous right now, and I will get you guys out of here. You can enjoy the beautiful weather, a nice cool Sunday. Hope you enjoying it with your friends, family, loved ones, dogs, whoever it may be. So let's see here. Who was first today? Nerbaj. I like that. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you. Not a name that I recognize, so I appreciate you showing up and tuning in, and not only that, but contributing 5 memberships to the channel. That's very nice of you, and we welcome you to the community. Hope you find it welcoming and engaging. So thanks, bud. Appreciate that. Raymond, let's go. What are your thoughts on her take? Oh, Jesus. Should we do that next show, Raymond? Because there was so much happening, honestly. With like the interviews that I wanted to watch with Trump that I didn't even get a chance of that. Not only that, but any internet junkies. I don't know how many internet junkies I have in the chat, but I don't know if you watched the Ethan Klein meltdown on the internet. 5 hours of a pure, unfiltered meltdown, breakdown by Ethan Klein in his so-called debate with Hassan Piker. But yeah, this was here. I'll just show you guys real quick. I'll show you guys real quick. Where should I? I'll go to. Let me go to shit. I don't know what. I'll go to X and I'll show you the preview. How about that? I'll just show you the preview real quick. You guys are gonna love this. Come on, I gotta sign in. I was just in it. Sign in. Yes, sign in with this. Choose an account. This one. Please, I think. Oh, come on, for fucking. I got to allow screen access. Nope. Check your phone. I'm checking my phone. I make this so ridiculous. All right. Come on. It's not working now. All right. Now I got to what? Send it again? How do I send it again? Resend it. Right there. There you are. Just a second, folks, because everything's new. I got to sign into everything and verify myself and do that all over again. So I do apologize, but just give me a second. We'll be in like Flint. All right, here we go. So I'm going to type in her take. Share this tab instead. Is this it right here? Oh, that's not a video though. Let's see here. Do her take. Anna Kasparian. Yes, here we go. You guys are going to love this. Check this out. Raymond. Ready? This is just a preview. This is just a minute preview of this new podcast. And I'm going to let you guys guess. The people that don't know, please guess who is behind this podcast. Try to guess what network or what fucking, affiliation this podcast has and who's producing it, let's say, right? All right, so let's put this in right here. I'll do this. Add this to check this out. Check this out. Who's this on the left, folks? Who is this on the left? Looks like our good friend Anna Kasparian from TYT with Jillian Michaels, Lindy Lee, and somebody on the right there. But let's take a look at what type of podcast this is. What type of podcast has Cenk Yuga allowed Anna Kasparian to step away from TYT, at least to do this, when really no other contributors on that channel have been allowed to do something like this? Let's see what kind it is.
Welcome to Her Take, where real conversation happens. Let me just take a step back and ask a broader question. I'm actually with Trump on this. It's one of
All right. Lindy Lee, who used to be a full-blown Kamala Harris supporter. I think she even worked in the campaign at some point. You can go back and see a ton of videos of Lindy Lee trying to get people to support Kamala Harris. And all of a sudden, after the election, she must have had a John Fetterman fucking brain injury because she's now totally flipped the other way, seemingly going along with Anna Kasparian.
One of the reasons why I left the Democratic Party.
Let's talk about the mistake, though, Lindy. Let's talk about the mistake for a second, okay? He had a legitimate asylum claim.
Intersex, pansexual, true spirit. What? The heck is a true spirit?
Give it to me in English and then dumb it.
Sorry, my bad. My fault. Let me go. That's my fault. I was like, is the video muted?
Down to 6th grade level.
I wake up in the morning and I have no spirit, so I'm really
Yeah, that's funny. Let's make fun of Two Spirit because that's funny, Anna. That's funny. Let's make fun of indigenous people. That is just awesome. That's great. Great way to represent your progressive network at TYT there.
Can I borrow? Please. I will be the first one to say that birth control destroyed my life.
What? What?
Goal is to create life.
Okay, Amy Dangerfield. Still no idea.
For medical patients, because that is passive residual income for them every week.
For them? Yeah, mate. Fucking righto.
Every month till the end of that person's life.
Life? I thought it was a life.
You've got real conversations that happen here. Different voices collide, clash, and sometimes even connect. There are no scripts, no echo chambers, and just smart and spirited debates. Ladies, are you ready to jump in?
Let's
do
it.
Oh, hold on. Let me move so you can see it. Valuetainment. Fucking Jesus Christ. Pretty Big Douchebags Network, right? Anna Kasparian hopping out for a little bit to work with fucking Pretty Big Douchebag, a.k.a. Peanut Butter Dickhead, as Hal calls him, a.k.a. fucking Patrick Bet Davids. Huh? I do not see any value. That's great. That is great. But they call this a conservative podcast. I don't know. I thought they said it in this one, but there must be another one where they call it a conservative podcast. So Anna Kasparian from the Progressive Network, the home of progressives at TYT, is now on a conservative podcast. So she would rather spend time, and Cenk Uygur would rather spend time with Charlie Kirk and Steve Bannon and MAGA and fucking talking to them. And Anna Kasparian would rather spend time with Lindy Lee and fucking Rodney Dangerfield's fucking stepniece or whoever the fuck she was, and Jillian Michaels, transphobe Jillian Michaels, than Sam Sita, Emma Vigland, fucking anybody else on the left that she could sit down and chat with, that, hash out their debates. I don't want to talk to anybody. They just want to shit on the left. They don't want to, they don't want to make it, they don't want to make it so it advances our goals and policies. They just want to shit on them and go hang out with fucking conservatives to bash on, Native Americans and indigenous people and, just fucking marginalized communities in general. So yeah, I just thought you should see that. Thought you should see that, mate. All right, let's get out of here. I'm sorry. I know I'm over. I apologize. This is my Inward Blood. Yeah. All right, so we did these two. Let me go. Sheldon, thank you so much for the happy birthday to Mel. Appreciate you guys. You guys are always so very nice and kind and accepting of us. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Patrick, thank you for the 5 gifted. Appreciate that. Oh, babe, you didn't have to send in. That's crazy. But again, thank you from Mel and myself for all the birthday wishes to Mel. It's very, very nice of you guys. Thank you, Slacks. Appreciate you for the $10. Appreciate you again here for the $2. It's no longer hyperbole calling them Nazis. No. And you can go back and pull up videos of mine from fucking 9-10 years ago, or fucking at least 7 or 8 years ago, where I was calling them fascists, calling them Nazis, and people were calling me hyperbolic and saying I was using hyperbole. But I saw the one-to-one. I saw what was going to happen, and I've unfortunately not been able to stop it. And it's here now, and we have to fucking do something. Unfortunately, probably it's going to take drastic action to change this, either by our judiciary, either by Congress, or the people in this country. And hopefully it does not come down to the people, because that's when it gets dirty. Let's see here. Loretta, thank you so much. Trump is functionally illiterate. Why would anybody take him serious? Again, it's because of his the fucking, I don't even know what you call it. It's not a reputation, right? But it's like, it's just like a way that you're supposed to, like, you have to treat the guy because of just certain circumstances. And I don't know. Believe me, Loretta, I can't explain it either. Believe me, I do my best to try to attempt to explain it, but it's difficult. It almost seems like, as he's an asshole, but because he's been able to be a successful asshole for so long, like, because he's been able to get away with it for so long, you're still somehow supposed to show him respect as if he got there legitimately. If that makes sense, right? So does that make sense? I hope it does. I think that's maybe the best way I can explain it. Like, he's fucking conned his way this far that it's almost like you have to show him the respect as if he got to this position legitimately, right? I'm repeating myself, but I think that's kind of the best way I can explain it. It probably still doesn't make sense, but still. Hey, Rox, how are you? Thank you so much for your services and your time and your efforts. Friend in town, maybe down your way soon, bearing gifts. Shout out to warriorsfoosball.com. Let's go. Love y'all. #resist. Shout out to the warriorfoosball.com team. Maybe Blunt Politics will have to sponsor a foosball team. That'd be pretty cool. Let's go, Patrick. Appreciate you. I hope they also mentioned the safety of the airline employees, pilots, flight attendants, etc. Absolutely. Again, so much involved in that. Just like there's so much involved when you say shipping is down, like stuff coming into the ports is down 35%. I mean, the shit that happens and flows down line from that and the effects from that are massive. And the same thing with the airlines. You take people out of the flight towers. You take people out of, the maintenance hangars and shit where these planes are supposed to be being fixed. If you put untrained people in there, right? If you're trying to save money by hiring some guy that hasn't ever done the job before, because somebody that has done the job before is going to require a higher salary. And then all of a sudden mistakes start happening. You're putting in all these people in line, airline employees, pilots, flight attendants, the people on there, right? The people on the fucking ground where the plane could and probably will fucking end up going down if you continue on this path, right? People in the other planes in the skies that you could possibly collide with. So there's a lot fucking going on. There's a lot involved. Welcome to the USSA. We replaced trains with planes. I said that on that's Jeff fucking spot on. He took the words out of my mouth because I put that on Blue Sky. It's just we are now basically fucking, the only thing that's the difference is we're not using trains, we're using planes to ship the people out of the country. Really. Thank you, Jess, again so much. Appreciate it. Right back at you. Please tell Tegan I said hello. And again, congratulations on her amazing night and looking so great in the dress. I appreciate it for all of your efforts and your contributions and watching and listening and all, being in the Zooms. I can't thank you enough. So thank you so much. Jerry, it's been a great year with you, Boston Brian. Let's go. 1 year for Jerry. Let's go. I think I got something. Oh, Jerry, let's go. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here, bud. Oh, let's see here. JD, gifted 5. Thank you so much, JD. Appreciate you as always. I'm now with the screen, I can almost see what you're doing in your picture. Are you drinking or are you singing? Can't tell. I can't tell if you're singing into a microphone or if you're drinking. Either one's cool, so I'm good with it. Let's go. Man, I am hot. He is a horrible person. Like hot as in pissed off? Yeah, believe me. Fucking, I'm right there with you. Altar boy. Appreciate you being here for 6 months. Really, really do. Fighting and, fucking making sure that you're staying on the right side of history. So you're doing the right thing, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just saying, gifted 5 members. Said, thank you so much. That's very, very nice of you. Very, very kind of you, and I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you being engaged and involved in not only politics, but, the community aspect of all this, because, again, we're just a bunch of normal everyday citizens that care in this country. I am a full-time plumber. I work 40 to 50 hours a week as a plumber, fixing houses, fixing pipes, making sure your toilets run, making sure your shower's working, right? And then what I do on the spare time is I make sure that I get my fucking opinions out there, that I call out what Donald Trump is doing, that I call out the dangers and the unconstitutional and the illegal things that this administration is trying to do, that we knew and were calling out before the election that they were going to do. The inability to end the war in Ukraine, the inability to control himself as far as corruption, the inability to get Elon Musk out of our government. Right. So we saw that stuff coming, and I appreciate you being here and even more so for contributing to the channel. So thank you so much. Let's see here. Just Cool Breeze gifting the membership. Thank you so much. Look at the dog. I love that picture. I was like, what do you want? I appreciate that. Carl coming in with the 10, made it. Had some good boat time with my neighbor. Live stream looking good. Appreciate that, dude. Appreciate that. Gasoline powered stroller. You're killing me. Well, that time he's like, don't worry about the stroller. The stroller is going to be a little more expensive, but when you fill it up, you're going to be really, really happy with the numbers you see on the pump. You'll get at least, what am I going to say? At least 3.5 miles per gallon on one of those gas strollers they got now. Imagine that. Imagine that you're getting ready for a walk with your kid. You got to fucking. All right, kids, hop in. We're gonna walk in the park. Oh shit. Sovereignty has heated journalism in Kentucky. Sovereignty has heated journalism in Kentucky. Now, what's that mean? Sovereignty has heated journalism in Kentucky. Does that mean it has like overtaken? Like journalism does not exist anymore in Kentucky? Because I wouldn't deny it. They're just really sycophantic. I'm assuming is what that means. Thank you, Yakov. How you been, brother? How you been? Let's go. Appreciate that. Chris Doug, how are you? Nonstop, contrarian response. Yeah. I mean, everything is just, kill time, repeat the same shit in different ways, call out anything that she might be saying that is true as false, complain when too much negativity is being spoken, when too much truth is being spoken, right? You just lie through your teeth. That's all it is. Just obfuscate, because he knows going into this that he's not going to be called out, right? He might get some tough questions, but as long as he worms his way out of it, he's not going to be pushed too hard because none of them do it. None of them do it. We saw a little bit, and maybe, again, I haven't seen the whole thing, so maybe she does push a little harder later on in the interview, but I haven't seen it, so I can't say. But going from her past and going from past interviews, I'd say the last one we saw where, Donald Trump said that, Abreu Garcia really did have MS-13 on his knuckles, like an absolute moron. He was pushed in that interview more than we've seen in recent past, but still wasn't, he still wasn't, pushed as far as I'd like to see it, as far as he could go, especially with all the unconstitutional legal shit that's going on. So, that's another thing that we have to contend with. But thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. JD's back at it. Weekly profanity bonus. I love it. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Oh, man. Thank you so much. 10 gifted. That's amazing. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Anybody that received a gifted membership from Nurmudge or anybody in the chat that's been gifted memberships, please make sure to go into the chat and say thank you. Appreciate it. It's just the least you can do for the kindness that is being shown to the community. So thank you, Nurmudge. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Patrick's back at it. Excellent show, Brian. Thanks to you in the mods. Right back at you, Patrick. Wouldn't be here without you. Couldn't be here without you. Literally would not be here without the chat and the fine, amazing people. Again, thank you so much, Jen and Eric, for the overwhelming kindness to make sure that I am set up with proper equipment. Now I just need to learn how to run it. And then to round it out, I believe, oh no, it's not. We got a few more. Sorry. Wes, time to regroup and plan. Fear is the real enemy. Again, I kind of like what JB Pritzker's been saying, right? I like what he's been, and I know it kind of goes, it's kind of it's kind of hypocritical almost because he's a billionaire, right? Because we're trying to fight the billionaire class. We're trying to, regain wealth for the middle class and the lower classes. But, when he's talking about the Republicans need to see no peace, they need to feel no peace, right? Until they are either out of office or can do a complete 180 and end up fucking putting together legislation that actually helps the American people instead of hurting the American people. Other than that, they should know not a second of peace, right? And what I've been telling you, we're getting fucking damn close to a general fucking strike here. We're getting damn close to the time that people need to, en masse, get into the fucking streets peacefully and respectfully as possible. When you get that many people together, it's kind of hard. But we need to get the fuck out there and make sure that these people know that we are not going to fucking stand for this, right? We need to make sure the politicians know that we are fucking right on their backs, making sure that they say and do the right things and vote the right way. Stop fucking voting for Trump's nominees. Stop voting for fucking Trump cabinet members, right? Everybody in the fucking Democratic Party should be scared to be primaried. Primaries are a necessary evil, are necessary in democracy, right? So the people can see who has the best candidate, who is the best candidate. We can put it forth the best candidate. Everybody should be frightened. Every single one of them should be frightened to getting fucking primaried. That way that forces them to do the best fucking work at all times. So thank you, Wes. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sarah, so much. Appreciate you for the super sticker. Very nice of you. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Very, very nice of you. Peter. Fucking Peter. Let's go. Love you, Boston Pride. Got to go by Blunt Fam. See you tonight with the 21st Century Suffragettes. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much, Peter, not only for the $50, which is fucking amazing. Thank you so much, but also reminding me to plug the 21st Century Suffragettes. Diane and Benny and the ladies over there have a fantastic show going on, and they've been doing really, really fucking well, which is awesome to see. A rising tide lifts all boats, so head over there. Check them out. I appreciate you, Peter. Thank you so much. Tanya takes a pick. Thanks you for the laughs today. I try, Tanya. I try. I mean, I know a lot of this stuff is extremely serious, extremely dangerous, extremely relevant, and extremely scary. And I don't take that lightly. I don't try to sugarcoat any of that. But the least we could fucking do is laugh at these people because they are extremely fucking laughable. I mean, we're not just going to sit here and giggle the whole time. There's work to be done. There's serious shit that needs to be done. But to take a couple hours out, a couple times a week and, just, get together with a group of people that is like-minded where we can laugh and still learn. I mean, still call Donald Trump out on the gas prices and in the mortgage rates and what's happening with natural gas, a surge in prices, right? We're still learning. We're still learning. I'm trying to make it as fun and as entertaining as possible, so that people are not afraid to get engaged and learn about what's actually going on in politics and how much it actually affects their lives. Because a lot of people still don't really know how much it affects their lives. They just think random things happen and they have absolutely no control. But we do have control once we band together. Thank you, Tanya. Appreciate it. Thanks, Brian. Great show. Happy birthday, Minus Mel. Thank you, Dame. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for that. Very nice of you. Thanks for the laughs today, Brian. I need all I can get. Just a bit more for the Cali Kitty. Hugs to you, Mel, and Logan. Thank you so much, Jenny Faye. Appreciate you very much. I hope you're doing well. I'll see you soon in the Zooms this month. Let's see here. Sally, thank you so much for the happy birthday to Mel. The emojis here are cool. Appreciate it. Oh, fucking 1 year. Let's go. Hold on. Congratulations, Sally. Thank you so much for being here for 1 year. That is amazing. Thank you, Yakov, for the happy birthday to Mel. Thank you. Oh, Bark, what's up, dude? Sorry I'm late. Starting from the beginning. No worries, dude. It's YouTube. I hate when you guys all apologize. Don't worry about it. It's YouTube. It's always up. Unless I say something really stupid, in which case it won't be up. But catch it from the beginning. Watch it when you can. Watch it at night when you're relaxing. I know you guys all have stuff to do. I know it's Sunday during the day, so a lot of people are out and about. So don't worry about it. A lot of people just listen if you're out and about. You can listen on your, with your headphones and stuff. You don't necessarily have to be watching. But I appreciate you, Burke. Don't worry about it. Catch it when you can. And I just, like I said, appreciate you being here. Rachel, are you familiar with the Y-tier friendly Geordies? I am not. I do watch a Geordie camper though. Is he Scottish? Is that what that is? But no, I am not. And AU, is that, all I see is AU. Is that Ukraine? Is it pertaining to Ukraine? Sally gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Jim, FYI, S&P market value loss since January 20th equals 11.1 trillion. Let's go, Brian. That's right. So that's what I'm saying. So the losses are far more than the gains, yet he wants to tout the gains and deny the losses. Right. The losses are nothing. Don't worry about it. We've gained, a little bit back, but let's talk about the gains of a little bit back, even though overall we're still down. That's kind of his whole shtick. You know what I mean? But thank you so much for the 5, Jim. Appreciate you, dude. We'll see you in the Zooms, man. Great show as always, Brian. Great job with the new setup. Lobster Unity forever. You guys will get a lobster? Here, let's get a lobster in there. I think Peterson has to say, I want something to say there, Bill.
I mean, they've been conserved since the time of lobsters, right? There weren't trees around when lobsters first manifested themselves on the planet.
I love that one. Thank you so much, Flipper. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Laurie, happy birthday, Minus Mel. Enjoy your day and make sure Brian treats you like a queen. I sure will, Laurie. Thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate that. And happy birthdays. Becky's been here for a year. Let's go, Becky. Let's go. Happy birthday, Mel. Thank you, Brian. Hello to Logan. I will pass that along to Logan. But thank you, Becky. Appreciate you being here for a year. Let's fucking go. What an awesome thing it is to see people being here for such a long time. Happy birthday, Midas Mel. Thank you, Jenny Faye. You didn't have to go. You didn't have to do twice. You didn't have to go twice, but thank you. Appreciate that very much. Very much. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Jackie, member for a month, working and listening. Love you, Boston, Brian, and family. Right back at you, Jackie. Sorry that you have to do it at work, but we appreciate you out there busting your hump. Much respect. Thank you so much for being here, Jackie. Thank you. Hope you stick around. Thanks for being here on Sunday, says Carolyn Phelps. I got both of those names wrong, and I totally apologize. Let's try that one again. One more time. We got our last super chat here by Carolyn Phelps. Says, I've never seen before, ever, not once. This is my first time seeing it. Says, thanks for being here on Sundays. And I would like to thank Carolyn very much for being here on Sundays as well. Thank you so much. That rounds out the show for today, guys. Thank you so much. I am live Wednesday nights at 8:30 and Sundays here at 1 o'clock. So make sure you hit the bell down there. That way it notifies you when I go live. And you don't have to remember. It's not something you have to keep on your mind. You just pick up your phone and say, oh, shit, that idiot from Boston's live that makes fun of Donald Trump really funnily. That's funnily. Funnily? Okay. That's a good way to end. It's a good way to end. Non-English. I had the best words. I got the best words, don't I there, Chief? Hold on. I got something for that. I got something.
I know words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
Sorry. I can't always get it right. But I will see you guys Wednesday, 8:30. Please hit the bell. Please subscribe to the channel on your way out. Please hit the thumbs up on your way out. If you didn't like what you saw, hit the thumbs down on the way out. Doesn't matter. It's engagement. I don't give a shit. Either way, I appreciate you guys. Get out there. Get loud. Stay aggressive. Keep your head in a swivel. I'm Boston Brian. I will see you next time. And this is how the ending just does not work. This is when I come back 3 or 4 times. So stick around. I might be here for a while. Who knows?
When you ran out the healthy arms, you ran out of really healthy. They had great arms, but they ran out. It's called sports. It's called baseball in particular, and pitchers, I guess you could say, in really particular.
I'm standing up here bashing the living shit out of Nazis. Where you going? Nowhere.
He's the town drunk.
He says rectum damn near killed him. Obama.
Tell the director to call the White House. Do your fucking job.
I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
What an unbelievable battle that was, the Battle of Gettysburg. What an unbelievable, I mean, it was so much and so interesting and so vicious and horrible and so beautiful in so many different ways. It represented such a big portion of the success of this country. Eating the dogs, the people that came in, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets of the people that live there. We are a nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your... All I know about magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnets.
Oh, that's one. I put a bet in that I was going to come back at least once, so I had to cash on my bet at least. I had to cash on my bet. All right, love you guys. I'm out of here. Appreciate it. right, I'm back again. I forgot something. Hold on. I forgot something. Let me see if I can do this on the fly here. Let me see if I can do this on the fly. You guys didn't want. What do you have to do? You got nothing to do. What the fuck? Let me see if this worked here. I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna save the photo. Save it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna X that out. I mean, you don't mind me watching me do this live on on air, do you? Right? Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm gonna do this. This is important. This isn't. No, I don't want a spin of anything. Oh, for crying out loud! Fucking Walmart. Come on. Let's go out of here. Yep. Great. I'm trying to put something in Drive so I can show you guys. Yes, I don't want $1,000 gift card to Walmart. No, I don't. That's not what I'm here for. That is not what I'm here for. Nope. Jesus H. Hold on. I'm trying. No, I can't. Now I can't find that. Oh boy. All right, we'll do this. Converter. Now, what is it called? I forget now. It's called a something converter. File converter, I guess. Converter to MP3. Oh, there it is. Got it. One sec. No, Jesus H. Christ. Choose files from device, photo library. There we go. Why didn't the picture save? All right, let's show this first. I might as well show this. Fuck it. It ain't over till it's over. That's right too. I feel bad that people didn't stick around for the announcement though. I'll do it. Next show. Do this. Next show. I have a really big announcement for you guys. That way, I feel bad for the people that are left. If I do it now, I don't want to do it, and they won't see it. But next show, be here Wednesday night. If you want to hear a really big announcement having to do with my life that you guys helped made possible, then come here Wednesday night. But let me get this one thing done. I can at least do this one goddamn thing. I know I can. Let's do it here. This. I'm gonna do this. Copy photo. It's so hard. I don't know why. All right, so now if I go to here, it should work. Boom. Photo library. Just not there. It's just not going to be there. Choose files? No, it wouldn't be a file, would it? No. This is the test part of the of the show. Why will it not just save? Save duplicate. Yes. Damn. It's in photo library. Save today. This makes absolutely no sense. Like, why wouldn't it be in my photos, though? It's right there. Recent. Yes. Share. Drive. I don't think it's going to work because it's not an MP3 yet, but I'm trying to pull this up for you guys. Yes, this is going to be... Oh, it worked? No, see, I knew it wasn't going to work because it's not an MP3. Showing photos, move to shared library. Add to album. Yeah, add to album, you dummy. Do plus this, create. See if that worked. I'm just trying to get a picture up there. That's all I want to do. It's just not saving to the fucking phone. I do not understand. I do not understand. Can you move it? All right, I'm trying. Search. Share photos. This is crazy. Maybe I just guess hold it up to the screen, I guess. I guess that's what I'm resorted to, because I don't have my charger here either to plug my phone into the. All right, so Mel, it's not going to show it, you son of a bitch. What if I do it this way? No? Wow, that is so horrendously stupid. There's no way for me to do it. Oh, what an idiot. How do I just get a photo to this? You know what I mean? Why won't it? Oh, Mel says she'll put it in Drive. Oh, maybe Mel says she's gonna put it in Drive. The next message was, you moron. No notes. I have no notes, Mel. But I can do this. I'll just email it to myself, which is I should have done like 25 minutes ago, to tell you the truth. When I do that. Refresh. Trump alert. Let me know when you put it in there. Christ, I didn't even email myself correctly? Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Now I got to share this tab instead. All right, now we go. We're cooking with gas. Even though the gas has gone up in price. All right, check it out. Mel wanted me to show you this. May the 4th be with you. This is her decorations for the 4th before Cinco de Mayo. Can I zoom in? I'm sure I can probably zoom in. Let's see here. Details, save photos, windows. Zoom? There's no zoom? Oh, here it is. Right there. Boom, boom. Here we go. I had to. I would have gotten so much trouble if I didn't put that out there. Man, I would have gotten so much trouble. I'm glad it. But may the 4th be with all of you. As Mel would say, she is a huge decorator, as you can tell. But she wanted the awesomeness of the 4th to be with you all, and also with you. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. Go on, get out of here. Get your freaking Sunday stuff done. Get your errands done. Like I said, get out there, be loud, stay aggressive, keep your head on a swivel. I'm Boston Brian. Till Wednesday night. Again, big announcement. Wednesday night, big announcement. Tell everybody. Tell the Sparklers. Tell the Midas Mighty. Every chat. Tell them to come on in. They're going to want to hear it. All right, I'll see you guys. I appreciate it. And yes, she is the bestest. Even though she just called me a moron. But that's true, so I can't. Again, there's nothing I can do about that. All right, I'm out. I appreciate you guys. I will see you later. Thank you so much for bearing with me with the, getting used to all the tech and the different setup and stuff. Might take a show or two, so bear with me. But I promise we're gonna have some laughs. We're gonna know some facts. We're gonna call some people out. We'll probably get angry. We'll probably be sad, but we're gonna do it all together. So I appreciate you guys. Again, I'm Boston Brian. Blunt Politics is right here for you anytime you want. Let's go.
We are a nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your.
You'll have a group of Venezuelan killers, street gangs, occupying the town with MK-47s. I know that gun very well. I got to know.
It is a profound honor to be the beautiful new stadium, to be here with you. Our Army manned the air. It ran the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do.
Go fuck yourself.
Taking it back to Nevada where he's wanted for banging horses. I didn't say mud, I said crud. Fall into some crud or something?
Cacophony, a crescendo, a finale, a coup de grace. My superpower is being honest. I will eat my neighbors.
Is there anything worse than white people? White people are a mortal danger to you and your loved ones.
I'm just an average guy who read public documents where the elite said they were going to enslave us and destroy America.
And I'm not going to be like yuppies come and deny the threat to my country. I'm going to fight back.
My superpower is being honest.